Tryna find love, know it's hard to keep. Even when it get tough and you wanna leave. Take a look into your eyes where I find reason. Yeah. Writing love letters with my broken English. Conversate with a sip, I'm wishing you well. Set the time and place and I'll meet you there. Be right there, be right, I'll be right. Stumbling up the stairs, please come, I need help. Can't do this alone, show me that you're there. We've been through so much in the past week. Can we start afresh, leaving in last week? Cause I'm so good, fighting the temptations in that old phone. They've been trying to separate us so long, but I want you in my life, can't do it solo. Cause nobody was meant to be by themselves. I'll take your hand, go all the way. They say that good things come to those that wait. Might get a little immature, don't wanna wait. But if you're trying to find love, know it's hard to keep. Even when it get tough and you wanna leave. Take a look into your eyes where I find reason. Yeah. Writing love letters with my broken English. Conversate with a sip, I'm wishing you well. Set the time and place and I'll meet you there. Be right there, be right, I'll be right. Distance so what, I ain't done enough. Love in your face, what you running from? You'll hear the pain in these melodies. Love crying, talking felonies. Won't fake the feeling. The part is so heartless, so villain. No talking, just show what the real is. Please can you show me some? Please can you show me something? Letters in the air, don't care the cursive. Give it time to fly, promise it'll be worth it. A little far away, wish I can say it in person. Just wanna let you know. If you're tryna find love, know it's hard to keep. Even when it get tough and you wanna leave. Take a look into your eyes where I find reason. Yeah. Writing love letters with my broken English. Conversate with a sip, I'm wishing you well. Set the time and place and I'll meet you there. Be right there, be right, I'll be right.
Yo, can you guys hear me? I have no clue if you can hear me. I actually have no clue if you can hear me. Hi everyone. Okay, you can hear me. Hi everyone. This is my first ever YouTube stream. Yeah, really. Yeah. We're watching COD. We're watching,
Listen, we win this game. I know the score, leads you astray, but I was frying nice.
We're gonna watch
the rotation.
Cdl.
Fury kill's good enough for fries for me, Alec. No, fries and some dip. That last turn on was pretty crazy.
Samuel.
This is oh, you can.
Oh my gosh.
This is the most toxic edition of Black Ops 6.
Bang.
Taking people
We're watching
hostage
this.
and just doing what you want.
Hold on. Bang. So this is going to be the Los Angeles Thieves intro video. This is my first ever YouTube, so don't get mad at me. By my first ever, I mean watch party. I'm gonna watch this on stream, react to it, then go back to the season. The game start in like 30 minutes. Maybe 20 minutes. Crap, like that one.
What are those things, man?
What do you think they are, Paco? They're zombies!
Guys, we need weapons. We need to find the box.
Oh, that's good. Look at DNG, bro. Look at him. Is this gonna be the Junior reveal too? Pardon me, what it is. No! The jerseys.
That's not a weapon. Spin it again.
Oh, outfit, okay. I like this. I like this.
That's not a weapon either.
I mean, what we're getting is kind of clean. Guys, I got something good.
Oh,
Spin it again.
oh, dude, that was fucking fantastic. Oh, I gotta watch that again. W. Josh, bro.
Getting is kind of clean.
So, if you don't know, this guy right here, he was on Toronto Ultra, the Call of Duty team. Then he got bought out by the Thieves, my favorite team. This guy was on New York. So these two were on Toronto. This guy was on New York. So these three are new. And Danzy's been on the team. This is his jersey. Oh, this is Envoy jersey. Sorry. This is comedy. I kind of like this.
I got something good.
Spin it again.
Oh, good. The jersey review. Oh, Nate saw it. Oh.
This might actually work. Oh yeah.
Oh, the jersey.
This is gonna work.
Oh, dude, the jersey looks so sick. Alright. So this is an apparel line too. Okay, so to be continued. Big dubs. They announced the jerseys in the intros. That's actually kind of sick. Is that a gun bill? Oh, no, not donut team, bro. Oh, no. So, yeah. Bang. I might have friends with me later on. I don't know. Who knows? Not Lavu, but my favorite player of all time. Kenny's up there. Bruh, ain't no way. I saw that. I was like, God, dog, no.
Your two favorite squads.
All right, so New York loses their superstar in Hydra, but they rebrand. Now, the former Subliner squad known as the New York Cloud9. Let's take a look at this lineup because they still have some veterans. You got attached the world champion alongside the Mr. Crimp. Mac makes his return to the CDL after taking a year off to deal with some family issues. And, of course, you have Sib, the only returning member from 2024. So, Alley-Cat, walk me through Cloud9. What are we thinking about this squad?
There's still a lot to talk about when it comes to Cloud9. I guess the biggest thing's got to be Mac and his return. He took a year off, and now he's back into the league, and he joins his former teammate in Civ. I like to say he plays a little bit similar to a baby Kismet. He has
Look at the NG, bro.
off, but that's not where
Look
his
at him.
slot is going to be in that annoying player, getting behind the scenes, playing some objectives. And
So this is
when
the
you
schedule
need
for
it,
today,
sometimes
right
you're
here.
able to pop that 2 and 3 piece and get the
LAG
And you were telling
with
me there's a little
Minnesota.
bit of
I did pick,
concern for any player that takes a
not
year
any
off.
bad
Walk me
pick.
through it as a former
Texas,
pro.
Boston,
What are you
Vegas,
about?
Carolina,
What do you need to see
Atlanta,
from
Toronto.
Listen, we all know
I think
that
Minnesota,
being
Texas,
invested comes with a lot of
Vegas,
reps.
and Atlanta
You
are
have
gonna
to be
win.
going hard scrimming, playing every day. So there's going to be some ring rust for him, a player who was already prone to that
Big
bad
dubs,
game. The
you know?
good thing for him is he has some familiarity.
Oh, map
with
set for
Sid,
Locker
obviously won a
LAG.
championship with them, and then the coach
Be
and the
Vault, Vault,
accuracy
Vault, Skyline
also
Rewind.
sort of molded him and guided him to be the player that he
Great.
was.
Is Vault gonna be the
But
fucking
with this
invasion?
roster, it's just a weird
Oh
one.
my God,
I
bro.
think
Ain't
off
no
the rip,
way,
they might
bro.
struggle a bit versus the top teams, because I look at the dynamic between, you know, Civ and Attach, both players who like to play for kills heavily, right? So you got some raw issues there, and you got Matt coming in after a year off, so they're gonna have to be very patient with this roster.
Exactly.
And with
You
each
mean
other,
Vault,
because
Vault,
it might
Vault,
be a little
everything
bit
I
of a
know.
rush.
Hushan is gonna be in, but
For me, it's kind of like this is still a solid
Great.
roster, and they're still going to contend. It's just, is it championship level? That's going to be the biggest question mark.
Can be.
I am happy for Attach, though, to find himself on a team that maybe will find a little bit more success after his rocky season last year.
Is this roster stronger?
oh, I'm gonna
for
go to my
Attach
breaking
this
point.
year
I want
or
to show you
his
this.
Vegas squad
This is
last
new.
year?
Yeah, this is a stronger roster. for Attach.
Fantasy.
You look across.
Okay, here's
you got
my
Civ,
first
right, to
team.
be like the main slayer, so could take some pressure off him. Maybe he falls back into a gap filling role. And
this is my
Grant coming
first
off
team.
of an insane year
2
last year
ARs, 2
could be
SMGs, 2
surprising.
and 2 bench players.
Another team that may be feeling the pressure.
Snoopy
is
Ghosty
just a
Dashy
few miles
04.
north of New
This is
York
good.
City. Toronto
I'm trying to make a
Ultra
trade with this
losing
guy
Scrap,
and trying
who
to
was,
get
of course,
Hydra
a
because he
rookie
doesn't have a
of the
good
year 2 years
AR.
ago. Basically the
But
face of the
he's not falling for
franchise. Now the man is in LA, and they make a trade as Joe Deceives makes his way up to Canada. But you look
Right there.
across the board,
So,
you got
the
3
Thieves
Europeans. You got
released him
Kleenex, Insight,
and got
Beans
Envoy
playing
and
with
Scrap.
Joe Deceives. What do we think of the makeup of this team?
Yeah, I think they made the most underrated
yeah, that's my
moves of the
team.
offseason. I'm gonna
So
dive
that's one of my
super deep
teams.
into it on my own
This is my other team. This is a
but
10
when I
person
talk
one?
about this roster,
No,
I
it's
think
6.
Beans is great. I think last year he was.
No, I
a
did
slayer on his team. The
2-2-2.
team wasn't good,
I got
but if you
Crimp,
look at his
Nasty,
numbers, statistically, he
Hyde.
put up a crazy
This is
amount of
actually a
damage.
pretty
So
good
for what is asked
lineup.
of him, he should be able to deliver with players like Kleenex and Insight around
I'm gonna
him.
do
But
this.
Joe Deceives, unbelievable, man. Like if he was a rookie last year, would have won Rookie of the Year.
Now, Allie, I
Bang,
want you to chime in as
bang.
well, but first, I want you to
Okay,
listen
actually.
to the comms from this
I like
team,
this team.
because This is what has me most concerned about
These
Toronto.
four,
Listening with Beans.
the top 4 are the best.
I'd say these two. I'd say adaptation, maybe. Me and Joe bring a lot of energy, a lot of sometimes.
And this is my
over
other
bombs,
team.
too
It's a
much
10-person
bombs.
league.
I
I
enjoy
am
that
done
stuff.
shit.
Whereas you two can adapt to that quite well. You know,
My AR is gonna be
a lot of slower
Dashy,
comms in the recent years, and it's been
Gwyn,
chill
and
things like
Nero.
that, but you're adapting to
and
us,
then
'cause
my
it's, you know, it's hard
flex
to,
is gonna be Vivid.
It's hard to go to your old way.
I like this lineup.
and it's extremely hard.
Yeah, no,
So this is actually kind of. So I dropped.
To be fair though, Toby.
I did something.
You know, bring it like.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's great adaptation.
No, I
to
didn't,
new
no, I-
teammates. I like it. It's great. You could, you know, stick it on us and tell us to shut up sometimes, but
I'll change this
you
depending what
might,
happens because Vivid is playing today.
Is there trouble brewing in Toronto when it comes to the comms, Allie? Because last year
And
it
I-
was calm, cool, and collected.
I need
Every
a-
time
I need
you
a- I
listened,
need a
it
flex
was
and-
perfect. Now you're bringing in a lot of hype from Beans and Joe Deceives, but
Yeah.
these youngsters also come with some noise.
Yeah, that's my biggest worry. I understand the game plan of kind of replacing with similar play styles, and the fact
These
that
guys are
Beans
pretty
is
good.
very
Shotgun
aggressive,
numbers,
similar
pretty
to
good.
Scrap. But again, he's also very aggressive in comms. So as Chris said, you're kind of completely evolving the kit
So, yeah,
of what
all right,
Toronto Ultra has been for the past couple
we're
of
gonna do
years.
this.
I'm also worried about the SMG duo of Kleenex and Joe Deceives,
Wait, did we get
individually
the Red Sox
incredibly
get
talented
one?
SMGs, but put them together, the chemistry for me is a very big question mark.
The members from Las Vegas Legion are now
All right.
spread throughout the CDL. Oh, but the squad as a whole,
Bang.
totally
There we go.
rebranded. Welcome to the League, the Falcons, as we have some of the best from Saudi
This team
Arabia
is new.
making their way to
They,
play against
bought
the
Vegas
Greats in
and,
Call of
using
Duty.
it to Vegas.
Let's take a look at this lineup, and I want to call out Xnit on the far right. When I was at EWC,
This
he
kid's
was
good.
the superstar slayer. He was the guy that showcased his movement. But the other three, they told us there's no way for them to practice hardpoint. There's no way for them to practice most of the game modes we use here in the CDL. It's almost only S&D when they hop online at home.
Yeah, you know, and what they showed us at EWC is they can't contend. I mean,
Yeah.
they played our Challengers champs in lore, brought them all the way to a game 5, and the Search and Destroy looked excellent, right? So the hope is they come here, get a ton of reps early on, and they're able to get points early, which is going to be tough, right? We have to be patient with them, but we've seen players come over here and develop. We saw what Heretics were able to do. They're looking to sort of do the same thing this year.
And Ali, you were there at the Esports World Cup. What did you see from the Falcons? Because they took Lore Gaming all the way to that Game 5.
Just a lot of persistence, and that's what they're going to need the entirety of this season. I think they very much understand the situation that they're in. Obviously, they're going to be behind, but they have the confidence and the work ethic. It's just about not letting your mental get down on you at this point. If you do tend to fall behind, and it happens to be egregious. So that's going to be kind of my biggest expectation for Falcons right now is to understand their situation.
I did Vodka wins 3-2. I did Boston Optic wins 3-1. I think Boston takes a search. I did Falcons. I think they can win. I did 3-2 and I did FaZe 3-1. Toronto's always had FaZe number on my list. These are my picks for this weekend. I have Steve winning both, obviously. Super teams. The only sweep I could see is probably the Optic Boston.
It'll be a little easier to coach them. They'll listen to
maybe
what I say
the
more,
Optic
but I have to be a little more careful with what I say. I need to make sure I'm not just spewing. I need to make sure that like when I talk, I actually am correct in what I'm saying. They are mechanically gifted. A couple of them are some shooters, bro. They got some movement on them, and they got some confidence, which is all you really need. You got to learn some Arabic. I don't know any. They're already trying to teach me bad words. Literally, we joined the TeamSpeak for the first time today, and these guys are already trying to teach me bad words, bro. I'm like, can y'all just teach me like some basic nice things to say, please?
So at 3 p.m. my time, 4:30, 6 and 7:30. So I'll be live for all these. I'll be live all weekend, honestly. I might stream on Twitch after. I don't know.
Atlanta FaZe and Toronto Ultra in action. We also have a brand new lineup there.
I'm using OBS, so I have to switch between Twitch and YouTube, and it's really contemplated.
Oh yeah, I am so excited for this organization and these fans to be in Call of Duty.
I want here.
Call of Duty legend.
I'm ready for this one and this one.
Back to Call of Duty.
The Gorilla mates is the Gorillas, the Los Angeles Gorillas, and the Gentle mates.
I'm excited for today. Honestly, I'm just really excited to see some of these new rosters.
Keep it rolling here. Production killing it behind the scenes. Shout out to Clayton in my ear as always. And a reminder, get your pick'ems in right now.
All you have
to do is scan that QR code.
I might change up a little bit. I might change this one 3-1.
Otherwise, you're scoring 0 points on day one. You're behind.
I haven't done mine yet. I gotta do that literally in our 3-minute break before we start this match. I'm gonna be doing my pick'ems. So if you guys haven't done it yet, scan that QR code and join me.
I did my pick'ems for the first
look at the schedule here, Nameless. I want to know who are the favorites because we got a whole lot of new rosters, Ali. At the end, we got Atlanta FaZe versus Toronto. So let's start there. Atlanta FaZe, the clear favorites against the new Toronto.
Yeah, clear favorites for sure. But I think a lot of people are underrating Toronto. Obviously going up against.
So I did Minnesota. I think Minnesota's gonna take this one. They just have a lot of pace on the map.
Matchup or more. Arguably the most one-sided
10
matchup.
minutes.
Optic Texas, who won champs, going up against the new Boston that we saw at EWC, Ali.
I don't think, you're right, just because they stayed together in Boston Breach, we're talking about chemistry here, but I don't hate that roster either. And we know anything about Optic Texas is sometimes they like to get caught off guard at the beginning of the season, so maybe we could see at least one upset today.
Well, we got a moment to talk about Boston. Let's take a look at this lineup because, Nameless, there are a lot of question marks when we went out to Riyadh. Awakening, though, was arguably the story of the tournament for us. The man was absolutely frying.
Yeah, listen, this is my guy. And we'll talk about the roster as
Big
well
weight.
for a second here, though. Boston Breach last year, abysmal. Terrible year, placed last at every single tournament, but then they bring this roster, TWC, and end up getting top 8, right? Making it out of group, so it was their best placing. So they decided to run it back with this team coming into the year, and I gotta say, I love Purge and Awakening as a duo. The two of my favorite players, I think they just get it done. I feel like Awakening should have been in the league. Obviously, there's a little bias there because I just love their game. Awakenings his gameplay reminds me of myself. So I think they're going to have a little bit of success in the respawns early on. It's just the search and destroys. Can they win those with this roster?
Ali, give me the GM roster grade, though. How do you rank this team? It's a bunch of guys that were in the CDL, got knocked down to challengers, and are now returning back to the top.
Honestly, I know you're expecting something crazy, but I have to get them kind of like a B. Like, considering a lot of the super teams that was made, I mean, we have 3 or 4 or 5 teams right now that are just going to be disgusting. So the fact that they were able to to put this together with what was left. I got to give them a B. I don't hate it. Maybe some changes in the future, but maybe some upsets as well.
It's honestly going to depend on Snoopy's development over the offseason and coming into this game. We all know he's a fast-paced SMG. Last year, clearly wasn't playing the right way. They had some of the most chaotic maps that we have ever seen in the Call of Duty League, and he's had some time now, right, to get more comfortable, especially on this game that has Omni movement. If he can sort of be what they're hoping out of him the entire season last year, they can do some damage.
We'll see Boston a little bit later today in our second match, but the third match features that Vegas Falcon squad facing off against this team, Carolina, looking very similar to a lineup we saw last year. You got Gwyn and TJ, an old stable AR, and then you got someone like Vivid here who's going to try and fill in where Felony was last year.
Holy fuck. Someone did the same exact pick'ems as me. 3-2 Rocker, 3-1 Optic, 2-3 Vegas, and 3-1 Toronto. Ain't no way, bro.
Wait on him to be a very aggressive SMG and a very omni movement aggressive game. So for them, it's going to be about keeping pace. This is an older roster. I'm gonna give it like a B-, C+.
Slasher got shelved for the entirety of the season. It didn't make sense to Boston fans. It didn't make sense to us here at the desk. What are you expecting from Austin Liddycoat and Black Ops 4? Black Ops 6, excuse me.
I mean, I think having Vivid and TJ takes a lot of pressure off of Slasher. Like last year, he was having to deal with sort of guiding these guys, and now he can kind of sit back and just play his game. So I think we'll see bigger numbers out of him in terms of the respawn, but Search and Destroy with this roster should be phenomenal. I mean, TJ, one of the best of all time in that game mode. Slasher, phenomenal mind. Literally got brought into Atlanta FaZe to fix their Search and Destroy and did just that. Set records in terms of search wins in a row.
I'll be on my phone a lot.
I'm expecting this team to be great there. And Respawn, strategically, they're going to be on point. So they could do some damage.
Carolina looking for a fresh start here with some new faces. We'll see if they can find that in our third battle on the day. And we have matches all weekend long. 4 coming your way here on Friday, 4 on Saturday. And one of the big ones tomorrow features a team from Miami/Spain. Let's take a look at the Heretics and what they're bringing to the table here in 2025. Because
add Super.
Their star was Real, but he only played the last 2-3 events of the year. Now they get him for a full season.
Yeah, and that's when they started winning LAN matches. It was when Real came into the team, right? So Meadows, we all know, can put up the damage, can slay. Real, he was the difference maker. Lucky, sort of the AR, holding things down, search and destroy specialist. What we've been hearing about Rencor is that he is unbelievable. So if he can come in and match what Real was doing for them, this team can be way better. And when you think about Heretics, stage 1 last year, they were frying. Like, turned up, I think they were top 4 seeding, 5 wins in that first online stage. Well, this year, now, if they can do that again, and then going with the LAN experience, completely different result could happen.
Now, I got a lot of faith in their coach methods over there for Miami Heretics, but I have to question letting go of Vikal. This was the guy that blew up social media, the man who's willing to talk smack to the entire franchise of Optic. But let's take a look at what he brought in-game as well.
Vikal.
Wasn't really anyone that I would describe as more of an X factor than this guy. When he was hot, Miami was crushing. When he was not, they were struggling.
I think it was mutual. I think obviously Vikal wanted to go back for his academics and achieved his dream of becoming a pro player. And then they also had Rencor, another guy from their region that has been unbelievable. So it was like a natural fit towards the evolution of their roster, right? So I think it was mutual, and we all appreciate what Vikal did for the esport, bringing that energy and sort of being that enemy to Optic.
And I think what's so great about Miami Heretics is they have consistently kept it in the roster to be Spanish, to try and keep it into the region. And the fact they keep finding all these talented players, you could never sleep on this team. You could never sleep on their energy. You could never sleep on their matches. So for Miami Heretics, even though they have the loss of Vikal, we know he infected Lucky and Metals. Whenever we were interviewing them, they were very confident. They were ready to talk smack as well. I can't wait to see them this season.
So now, with Big Vic on the sideline, who is that new person to lead them, to instill that confidence when they take the stage?
It's got to be Lucky, I think. I think Lucky will definitely do it.
He's the silent assassin, though. So, yeah, if he can find it, that would be sick. That'd be good for them.
All right, good luck, Miami. They're in action tomorrow. As you take a look at the full schedule, we've got a whole lot of Black Ops 6 to play. Friday, it's the LA Guerrillas Mate versus Minnesota Rocker, Texas versus Breach, Vegas Falcons versus Carolina Royal Ravens, and of course, we close it out with arguably the match of the week, Atlanta FaZe taking on.
That's not match the week is FaZe. What the fuck?
It's a great day.
It was a great day.
Which one of those matches are you most excited for?
Well, we're about to get in right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you ready to get into it right now?
I'm ready to get into it right now. I see our casters are putting a headset on. Chris, start the match.
Let's
I can't
take a
believe it's
look
here.
at the new
I'm so happy.
Minnesota Rocker.
Let's go.
We'll do that. Bang.
Comes off with the backside of Palace wall. Plus the delayed game from Estriel. Gio, my God, is his hot point. Oh, Nero gets a double over the middle of the map. Has more. Oh, Nero, hello. How about the full team wipe from Nero?
Minnesota Rocker coming in with Gio, Estriel, Nero, and Paul X. And Paul, of course, the player we didn't see a lot of. We saw the other three. Who is the star on this lineup in your eyes, Alley Cat?
I'm talking about the star. I have to say it's Gio just because his performance
No,
last year, he was a contender for the
maybe
year.
Gio.
He became an IGL. His communication
There we
was
go. Look at
above
him.
a lot of the other rookies
Watch
that
it.
we've
Here we
seen
go,
in
boys.
previous years. So
Here
my
you go. Let's go.
expectations for Gio and becoming the IGL and the leader for this team are really, really high.
I think that's the whole thesis of this roster, in my opinion, is that there's no star, like individual star player. Like they all have their moments, and they all have a very high ceiling. We've seen each of these players take over series before
Game started in
and just
5 minutes.
light it up. So I think that's what they're going for here. If these guys can catch fire in a stage, they can go toe-to-toe. They're going to steal respawns from top teams at some point. So I think they have players with high ceilings. Can they put together on a consistent basis? That is the concern.
We've seen tight matches between these two franchises over the years, but this may be the strongest lineup you will see for LAG. Let's take a look at the new built Gorillas mates. We got Kismet, Linz, Skies, and Priest, basically 3/4, or I guess 3/5 of the World Championship subliner squad, and we got a new French phenom in Linz.
This is insane. The fact that this roster
French
got through
phenom,
is insane
Linz.
to me, and we have to focus on Linz. I want to talk about the core.
He's a
three,
star of
but
this
the
team.
fact that they were like, all right, we can't have Hydra.
He'll be
we'll go for
support.
the next best thing, and Linz, he was up for Rookie of the Year last year as well, and we saw his growth and consistency throughout the entirety of it. It didn't matter how many times his roster changed. It didn't matter how the game changed. Linz was very consistent for his first year.
Nameless, who are you more happy for? Linz getting to play alongside Kismet, who just enables their stars to perform at their peak, or a guy like Priesta, who is on Boston riding the struggle bus to the worst record in CDL history?
Yeah, I'm excited about Linz, but Priesta I'm super excited for as well.
So I'm a Thieves fan. So when this Gentlemates thing got not announced but leaked, I was kind of scared because I was like, shit. So because Gentlemates got leaked, and around that time is when the rumored roster of the Thieves right now, this roster of the Thieves was rumored, leaked, whatever. I was kind of scared about this because Paco Hydra, he's French. He's probably the best French player of all time. I mean, Gatanga might take it, but if Paco can win the ring, another ring, it's over. So yeah, maybe even the major might be over. I was scared because Paco was like, oh yeah, Paco didn't sound like the French team, like obviously, but nope, Steve's on. Thanks, Nate Shot.
And then you get over towards the control. Well, we got 2 control maps, and Vault's just better.
Oh wow, look, Vault,
That's our
rewind and
Scuff
shit.
maps and modes, but now it's time to get to our Scuff Pick'ems. And Allie, you were our Pick'em queen of 2024. You narrowly edged out Nameless, and you beat me by 15. But this year, I'm trying hard. You're going first, though. Where are we going?
I have to go Gentlemates. I think this roster is disgusting
I'm
for
going
me.
Minnesota.
They're
I don't
one
know
of the
what.
A+ tier teams. I gotta go with them.
I got Minnesota.
Gorilla mate. What about you, Nameless?
I'm going to go with Gentlemates as well. I think they take it. Great roster. I'm excited to see Linz and see if he gets off to a hot start.
I, too, am choosing the Bulldog. Let's go 3 Gentlemates, and the fans will make it 4. Everyone is feeling LAG. Let's see if Merc and Maven agree. Fellas?
Sorry, Merc.
Yeah, I think we're on board with
Larry
you.
Maven.
Let's get going. I'm excited to be back. But let's talk a little bit about this Gentlemates team because I think, yeah, it's
Goddamn,
sort of like
maybe.
Alex said, like how this team happened. Like, we're excited. They went with that same recipe, right? You had that New York squad where you had this core three together in Skies, Priesta, Kiz, and now you bring in, what, same recipe? Like, we'll get a French guy.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll try to elevate Linz into that superstar. He did have his moments last year. Early on with Rocker, then they had a couple of team changes, and I'll be honest, I just think he was uncomfortable. I think Vivid really helped him, and it allowed him to sort of just be himself. But
These
then
jerseys are fire, bro.
And a Kiz, like a guy you can
The
really put
hoodie's
some stats
fire.
behind. And I think we were wondering, sort of like I don't know, Beans and Linz are like two that jump out.
I'd
like,
buy that hoodie,
they have not really been on
100%.
good teams yet. If they're on a good team now, suddenly, do they really shine? Like, this is Linz's first moment to maybe. I know he was like a Rookie of the Year contender last year, but like that team wasn't very good.
No, and I mean, really, it's really a system to enable him, right?
Yeah.
In this core trio that won a world championship, I mean, it tells you to what Skies and Kismet believe Priesta can do, right? Like, there is a reason they opted for Priesta over Sib, right? There just has to be, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Maybe there was practice issues, whatever it was. They went back to it. They believed in this formula. We'll see if it pays off again.
Well, for those of you maybe new to this or aren't familiar with Woman Down, I mean, it's one of the weirder changes we've had in the history of Call of Duty. Like, you win a world championship, you win it all, you make a change after to get better than already being the best. And granted, that New York team,
close.
They did.
Yeah.
They got second, but it was a really kind of a bumpy road, really, until the final couple of majors and into champs. But yeah, they wanted to bring it back. They wanted to get big Priesta back on the roster, and this is what it looks like. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of with Ali in a sense like this. Okay, I don't know if I would say this is an A+ team that's necessarily going to be battling with
No,
the
this
top
isn't
three
A+. It's-
and your
it's-
Thieves, your FaZe, and your Optic. I don't know.
This is like
But
a-
is the potential
like a
there
low
if they
B.
get back to clicking right away, and Linz can be that type of superstar. He's just got big shoes to fill, bro.
No, I mean, honestly, I think for me, what I look at this is I think you need Kiz to go back to just be a little bit more consistent. Last year, it was just so...
Not 99 Kiz or 0 Kiz?
Yeah, in last year, I think for a lot of sub players, like even somebody like Envoy, like you can go off a list, right? Because what ended up happening in MW3 is it sort of turned into this 3 AR meta, right? That's sort of like, Optic really set on a lot of those maps. And what that does, if you're the sole sub, it makes your life hell. So, Kiz is just hoping to play a lot with this SMG with that Jackal PDW and really start to get frying. And then for Skies to also be a top AR again in this league. Got to be top 5 if these guys want
W
to
Skies, see this guy's bueno.
in the game.
Well, I know when we talked to him last year, that was one of the frustrations. He didn't know how he had to play based on like how Sib was kind of playing week to week, match to match. He wasn't really sure. Maybe now he can be a little bit more comfortable with Priesta back on the roster. But we're going to take a look at the coaches poll now and kind of see how things broke down from the coaches, kind of a tier list of where they think teams are going to be.
Big dubs.
And what do you think about this? At least top
Look
3.
at number 1.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Across there, I think, maybe I haven't seen many scrims of, honestly, of Ultra. I've seen some of the top teams play each other, but I haven't seen that Ultra team play yet. So excited to see them there today. And then there's just a lot of question marks elsewhere. There's a lot of rosters where you're just like,
Number 1, baby.
maybe this could work. Really, what happened is like the Hydra to LA Thieves in Scrap to LA Thieves, it really shook the league. It really did, right? So now, I mean, everyone's just trying to fill those voids. And
I put salary cap on it because it was
who do we go with?
W thought taking $200,000 off pay cut.
I thought like originally it might be even crazier depending on how like kind of the year ended. Like honestly, if Optic didn't win champs and FaZe didn't win EWC,
yeah, who knows?
Yeah, like it might have even been wilder. It already ended up being crazy, but like who the hell?
So if I'm
knows
looking
what
up, I'm looking at my
those two
second
things
monitor,
didn't play
by the
out.
way.
Like I thought there might be changes on both, but you win the 2 big events. They say the same. Now Thieves thinks they have to pack a punch a little bit. They find the money, I guess.
They just found it.
To put this roster together. They probably stopped paying Mud Dog or somebody over there.
Yeah, probably. No, I think I know where they found it. However, it was all those subs for Matthew. But like honestly, I think for them it's just. It's a because they went the cheap route, right? And it kind of worked. Like you got top 4 at champs at the end of the day. So now it's pretty much championship.
Top 4 at champs, top 3, top 2
2
at
EWC.
EWC.
I heard there's a lobby issue briefly with these 2 squads. So as soon as they're ready to go, we're gonna kick it. Hey, it's day 1. You know, we always have issues day 1.
So this is in Madrid, Dallas, Fort
We're
Lauderdale.
gonna take a look now at our CDL 2025 season schedule.
This
is how it is going to break down.
Chicago.
We've got basically all the information there except for just determining where Major 4 will be. But is that still a work in progress? Joe, this is pretty familiar territory for us.
I'm not Madrid.
Okay. I mean, like the type of schedule.
Major 1 in Madrid's fire.
I'm gonna be a Spanish sensation. I'm gonna be dancing.
It's expensive, but it's fire.
Dance there?
Oh, it's right out. It's right and right from birthday. I hate this.
Minor tournaments obviously added in there as well to spice things up, right? Put some things on the line, break up sort of the monotony of what can be online matches.
No, I mean, you've even seen like the NBA and other sports starting to do this, to add sort of tournaments into it, because I think whether you're a sports fan or an esports fan, or you're a player in sports or esports, like it's kind of exhausting, the monotony just of like your league match, all this build up to it. And yes, it is important, but putting some money on the line and having like an elimination aspect to it,
I want to check something.
I mean, I know just as a commentator, I will enjoy. Like I know people want single limb all the time.
7, 6, 7, 8.
We're throwing in like this. I love
13, 14, 15.
Little something extra to play for.
Okay, so
even like scrims, like
week 1 and week 1 is 6, 7, 8. Week 2 is 13, 14, 15. Next weekend. And then holiday break, and then it continues January 17th.
Should be a hell of a fun time. But what if you take? I know we've been watching some of the scrims. Usually, you know, we're kind of boys with Crowder, or you know, kind of Mud Dog on the Thieves side. We'll watch some of the Thieves scrims, watch some of the FaZe scrims they play against different teams, listen to the players talk through stuff. But like, what's been jumping out to you? Like, what is the beginning of the year sort of like? You've obviously were a pro player for a very long time, very accomplished. Like,
Maven.
What are you just trying to do to ramp up to this point?
Hilarious guy.
Official matches.
Yeah, I think honestly the first thing really is like hard point, just sort of figuring out spawns, right? Good spawn, bad spawn.
Step one.
Yeah, do we have squad spawns? Do we not? You're really just trying to push the limits here when you talk about that. Sort of figure things out. If I do this, what happens over here? They're still doing that probably to this day. You know, obviously a lot of search and destroy early on with tournaments is a big thing, and then yeah, I mean it's just. Every single day, you're just learning something new. You're learning new spots. I mean, day one's a great time.
It's a million little things. I was watching a scrim the other day for a team, like they had a 4 down in a scenario, and like afterwards, they're like, we need to figure out how much we can push our limits in those scenarios. Like when we get 4 down, like it's like replicating these scenarios. How far can we get away with it? How greedy can we get? All these little things you're trying to figure out that obviously you'll improve over the course of the year. But now we have a big change to this title as well. Listen, we've had jetpacks. We've had all sorts of movement. This year, Omni movement is going to be the big change. And Joe, I know for me, it's just one of those things that's like, once you played with it, it's like, this should have just been how it was all the time.
No, it feels great.
It feels great, yeah. Right? It's just like, why wasn't I always able to run to the side? It's, like, it's wonderful.
No, I mean, listen, I think every single match, someone's going to get destroyed. Probably multiple times. Really, like, if you remember Jetpack COD tournaments, somebody was getting turned on every single game, if not multiple times. So there's going to be a lot of clips. It's going to happen to everyone.
Yeah, it's just there's been
someone gets turned on. I've gone turned on. I'm not great, but I'm not bad.
I don't know. You think you're making a sneaky play, or you think you have a freebie, or just something. It's just a backward slide, a little something quick. You're like, okay, well,
dude, the animations when you're like prone, but prone like on your back, it still looks like dead bodies to me. I'm not used to it at all, not one bit.
Yeah,
I just run by those people all the time.
Number of times, I've been in a pub and I think it's a dead body. Yes, yeah. I get shot. I'm like, okay, a dead body shooting me. Lit.
Yes, it's a great time. So, yeah, you got to get used to the new animations.
Maven's the best, by the way.
Maven's going to happen to our pro players, so should be a great
He's hilarious.
I think just in terms of this title, like a lot of these maps, just fast-paced.
He's
like,
a fan favorite, 100%.
If we get there,
commentator, whatever it is, announce it. No, announce it. I don't know what it is.
Engagements, you know,
he's probably a fan favorite,
100%. Good spawns, bad spawns on some of these maps, but hey, you're just right back into action quickly.
Well, we're going to take a look at the map pool now as you're kind of talking about maps. And listen, it starts like this. I know usually like Spencer
so
something on maps, everyone like freaks out. Like, we only have 2 controls. Like, we need another map in here. Why do we have the same maps? Like, listen, we usually end up adding a couple as year goes on. There's already been talk of Hacienda. We know that came out. You played a little bit today and ranked played. It was great, right? Like,
yeah, it's great.
Yeah, fantastic. Like, remember how much fun that was back in BO4? Like, there's going to be additions. There's going to be changes. This is just where we start. And yeah, we're probably going to be seeing a lot of Vault, but this is what Hacienda looks like, is that's just getting added into the rotation.
W map.
Us, what?
I played it.
After the break, right? We had 2 weeks break, and then this is like when we're going to work it into the action, right?
Yeah, I mean, we can do it right now.
No, I'd be down with it, yes, but players have been scrimming at Joe, and that would be rude.
Yeah, but I'm still cool with it.
No, I'm too.
Yeah, I mean,
surprise.
Listen, obviously as a league and as an esport, you never know what the maps are going to be like. For competitive especially, and I think, you know, you see the map set this year, and I mean, I think we're lucky to have 4 or 5 maps. Like, there are some, like Red Card, that I think everyone's kind of just like, you put Hacienda in for that. Like, there's some just non-traditional sort of Treyarch maps in this map pool, but...
Well, Red Card probably, if the spawns like weren't as close, probably could
Every time I see right chart, I'm just like, why don't I just have Moscow? Let's just play that one.
Yeah. That would work too.
Yeah.
That would work too. Yeah.
Yeah,
See
it
what
would
else
work.
gets brought back into the mix. But I'm someone that's always, you get that argument from casual fans or competitive fans every year. Like in a perfect world, yes, every new map we have is awesome or competitive. It's just not always realistic. So I'm always like, if we had raid every year, I'd be okay with it.
Well, the formula is just so different. Obviously, for competitive, like we do need some spacing, right? Where like a lot of the pub maps, everyone's just in these, I want 900 engagements as much as possible to grind my headshots.
Well, that's why
right?
sometimes you end
Take
up
that
going
point.
spawns are a bit closer than you'd like them to be as a competitive
Yeah, so
player.
it just
ends up just
it can be tough. Yeah, it can be difficult.
just bashing them together like Gentlemates and Rocker are about ready to do. Last I heard, they're about a minute out. I imagine if we don't get it solved here shortly, we'll be going to break. Just a lobby issue for the two teams. For those of you watching at home, thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for being patient.
The lobby has been, the lobbies this year have been horrendous.
Miles just talking about Lord knows
This
what
might
today.
be the worst
But it's going to be
ever.
beautiful, and each one of you is a bright ray of sunshine.
Except for the people that are just yelling, start the game in the chat. I probably don't like you.
Probably 99% of you. But
That we may even
take a look at some highlights. This is New York back in 2023. And this
Look
is
at
what
him.
we're talking about.
That's my superstar right there.
Crazy moment it was. You get a win with Hydra. Scott,
That's my other
great stuff you
superstar.
chased, and you make a change shortly following it to go into the next year. And I mean, I know you as a competitor was just.
That's my
super.
super. That's my superstar 1.2. It's 1.1.2 and
championship like
1.1, 1.2.
I was not happy about
Let's
that.
go.
No, I mean, there is nothing that man.
Both on the same team.
His career has been the utility man for
Big
you know,
dubs.
100 Thieves when they were one of the best teams in the world during the BO4 season. After that Yoda phase, I'll do whatever I have to do. He's just a kid that he understands it. He knows what he needs to do. But I think
Priesta.
now you're looking at this core, and it's
Wait,
how
Priesta
much.
win champs? Confirmed?
Obviously, you give a lot of freedom to Hydra, right? And he is an MVP superstar, but now you're going to individually have to step up.
No, you are, but I think there's a reason. Like those guys go away, but always come back, or always find a home. Like I don't know, your Kismets, your Priestas, your Vivids, your like Loonies back in the day.
So
Like,
between matches,
like, guys that people
not
play
like
with,
games, but
because
matches,
usually if
I'm
you're
gonna
sort of
make
a duo
food.
in a role,
Oh,
you are going to perform well statistically, and then they're also kind of like, I mean, it's screwed.
If they don't
They're
start,
kind of
and if there's a
scapegoat.
break, I'm gonna make food.
If you know they're not going to usually put up numbers, or kind of the scapegoat. But I've been told by our producer we do have game ready, so fingers crossed we might be good to go. If not, we'll blame our
We'll
producer
talk about
down.
more stuff.
We'll just keep chatting. Thankfully, things are starting out. We've got tons of team changes, new rosters, new cities, new game, new movement, new maps, new everything. So we'll have plenty to chat.
Oh,
through.
fist bumps in.
Fist bumps.
Just a shot of the guys. We did talk a lot about obviously the Gentlemate side of this thing. For Minnesota Rocker, it's a weird one. It's just. Is a team that could do well, sure. I mean, I don't have them in a high tier going into this. It's just
I got them winning this.
I don't know. You get like half of like the Vegas roster, which we did love like moments from Gio and Arrow. Estriel, like he had some really solid moments last year as well, but it's just on a team that was really struggling, obviously.
Well, I kind of like what the desk talks about. It's like, where is your star power here, right? So,
yes.
I think for Minnesota Rocker, it's just going to come down to who will step it up this year.
Nero and Ezreal, 100%.
All right. Well,
Oh.
Okay, we just teased you a little bit, home. We just teased you a little bit. That's
Good card.
Listen, maybe not. We've been doing this a long time. We were prepped for this.
Yeah. No, we knew this was gonna happen. Joe and I talk about our way, and I'm like, listen, it's day one. You know, you always want to like under promise and over deliver. It's an expectations thing. As the older you get, just set realistic expectations, and you're okay. I knew it was day one. New title. We're gonna have some delays, but we're gonna hang out, have a great time, have a smile on our face,
Well,
and
it's like
love each other emotionally, sexually, and spiritually.
What?
Yeah. Well, I just think the kickoff land. I mean, Miles and Chance had like a 28-hour podcast.
Bro, we were doing.
I thought it was like a 2-day event, and I woke up and they were still playing.
We were doing like a different launch event, and we're like, I don't know, it was great. Nice paycheck.
If it goes to, if it is a time, like if it's a timer starts, I'm gonna make food.
And some of our boys that were sponsored by a company, and we had a smooth day. It was a 3-hour broadcast, and like Joe and I were like, high five, Joe, great day, earn some money. And then Joe, I'm like, Joe's like, they're still casting. I was like, huh? And
Well, I
it's
thought
like
it was 2
midday.
days.
And he's like midday. He's like, they're still casting. I was like, what?
Yeah, I mean,
It's
luckily,
like 3-4 a.m.
yeah, they just kept going. I literally went to bed and woke up and they were still going. So they had a brutal day one.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no. From what we understand, it was just wrong sides was all we had to swap. And for those maybe not familiar with it, you've got a strong side, you got a weak side. It all goes through kind of your dynamic process when they get set up with how we're going to play it in the South. It is very, very important. I mean,
the problem is once we switch sides again, though, it's just the lockdown.
I watched a clip from Zuma stream, and it was a picture of a guy with a big ass nose, and it was Zuma, and he says, "What?" Great.
I'm excited to get into
He won a Cdl, and Zuma's all getting cooked. It's over.
And stuff like search is just always, that's kind of my favorite thing to hop in at the beginning of the year. Kind of search what it looks like at the beginning of the year towards the end of the year is insane. It usually changes quite a bit.
Yeah,
well, everything does, I guess, but
and I think one thing with this Gentlemates lineup will just be, I think they're just gonna be a tough team to beat. Right, I think they're going to be solid in every single game mode. Like, they may not be as good as or as skilled as our top 3, top 4 that we talked about, but I think the fundamentals are going to be there. They're just going to be a difficult team to beat. And then on the Rocker side, if you're a team who is sort of in this situation, how do you cause upsets in the CDL? It's normally through that search and destroy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, I think the one scrim I watched that had the Gentlemates team, I think it was against FaZe. It was like FaZe's POV, so I was listening to their comms, and like at times they were getting under their skin a little bit, like a little frustrated. Like they were a very relentless team, and like the map, I think they were playing Red Card, maybe talking about it.
Priest always plays well versus FaZe. He loves it.
That's true. Well, I mean, team with him, one with him, familiar with him. I'm sure it just gives you a little bit of a mental edge. I mean, that's always obviously part of
the
it.
LAC's clutch is fire.
Priest can do.
I want that hoodie.
Former teammates this year when we get into that, but now it's going to be what can he do against this Rocker team as Gentlemates look to get their first victory. We are looking to load back into it. Thanks again for your patience. Hopefully sides are correct. Lobby is locked and loaded, and we're ready to get it kicking and cruising here for our map 1 Vault Hardpoint. Joe, I know you've been grinding some rank, watching some scrims just for Vault. Why has this become, you think, like kind of the most popular map amongst, well, kind of pros and competitive community?
Well, it's just it's a good size map. I think every single mode is, well, you can tell plays well. I think that's just sort of it. It's sort of your 3 lanes.
Oh, we're starting. Let's go.
Not 3 lanes.
Because underground holes.
Yeah, underground. But I think.
That's a weird play of Minnesota.
You can make some big plays. Your ARs
they
get
shot
comfortable. Subs have a ton of routes to take.
Well, at least a little good opening and start to get to the point here for Rocker, but there'll be kids.
Like I said, Minnesota's flying right now.
So far,
I said that.
So good for Rocker, but a mix in and around the point. Linz, we're gonna have eyes on him. He's gonna need to hit a new form. We saw the potential for him last year.
Oh, Paul X.
We need to see some flashy moments. Nearly able to hit the movement to get the gunny up there, but comes up a little bit short.
Yeah, I think the big thing just early on, 20 seconds left on this P1.
Can you?
Right now, they're going to try to control that right side of your mini map, right? That's what the good spot is for that P2. As Geo just trying to get them off.
Who's trying right now?
Just be tough. There's
not really
different angles that you can get taken down from with Catwalk, with Underground. The nades are hitting Sky's just trying to do what he can, but behind Estriel and Nero, they're already going to have pressure up towards his P2. And one of the things with this is that back one can be very sensitive. If you move just a little bit too far forward, the opponents will spawn right behind you.
And some of these kind of 4 hardpoint maps, I mean, I've seen some almost go into time because it ends up like 2 of the hardpoints you're sort of just playing setup for the other hardpoint. Like, right, 1 you're kind of setting up for 2, 3 you're kind of setting up for 4. It ends up with like a decent amount of white time or a lot of contested time. Is everyone just kind of trying to body for our big time? It is a nice break from Rocker in through the front. You're still spotting safe in the back of your Gorilla mates, but this has been wondrous from Rocker.
Yeah, stuns and nades going down. 4 Gentlemates as Nero and Pollux able to take down too. Some great time with those front spawns, but here comes the
skins. That gun can catch shit. Oh, Skies.
Seconds left, and this is kind of it. You know you can play for all of P2 because P3.
Skies really cooking something.
Set up for our 4th and final hill on the left side of the map. So you're going to try to earn as much time as you can over towards pillars. But really what Priest is doing in that number 1, you want to control top art, control that side of the map for our money hill.
Well, it's a couple of things, right? Like, that's a key position, obviously, with getting set up when we're holding here at 3.
Guys is out 5.
That God power spot, right? You have the elevation, you've got the gunny from there, but you've also got a lot to watch. The comms have got to be on point for that player because there are a lot of.
Is that a counter UAV?
And you've got to deal with all sorts of stuff. But so far, you've got the position you want to be your Gorilla mates. You've got a 7-point advantage.
Sky's not too.
Geo,
oh my god, Sky's not there.
He's hitting shots, but not
nope.
able to get into
no, mind.
I mean, honestly, like you have 3 or 4 dead, but Geo just finds 1, so you haven't been earning much time.
No one's talking about Sky's going 7 on.
7 in a row, so it's 1,050 for a Hellstorm, which it's a bit of work. It's a bit of work. I don't even know if Skies has it equipped actually, so he may have had one by now, but it's not on.
Well, that
doesn't his comp.
We've had kill streaks. We've been back and forth across some of the titles. Tons of score you got to earn here to try and get it. Is the Hellstorm will see.
Oh,
One thing thrown into
on.
the fray. Linz is ripped down to
Oh,
50
Ezreal
HP.
gets shot too.
They've got the kills, 3 through on the feed. Gorilla Mates now set up with one of your money hills, and they are locking it down. This is prime position now to get a lot of time. The player in the point gets picked out through the doors, though. That's going to cause a rotation for another player into it. That's the opening you need if you're a rocker. You get one pick, people got to rotate, and you move on in.
This is it, though, right? You still have two close, spawning very close if you are Gentlemates. So they're going to immediately trade. Number 7 is still there, Nero. He's just trying to buy time, be annoying. His teammates going to spawn up in the middle of the map, but Linz and Skies deal with that. So you
Linz and Skies are killing it. Holy.
45 seconds left. This is why P4 is so important.
14 each.
And this is a much better job than I did at P2. I mean, if you're a rocker,
Ezreal's getting shit on.
break into P4 and you break into P2. This time, if you're Gorilla Mates, you kind of get a little control back, right? Like, you don't end up being a mess there at P2 like it was the rest of the time. You
W Bulldog,
get a
the
significant
Bulldog,
lead. Smith starting to
for...
rock and roll. Really,
Did I pick long? Did I pick Minnesota long? They can shit on.
Locking down or making sure they could get that time at P4.
And again, this is what you're going to want to see from Skies throughout the year.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You know, maybe last year he takes a bit of a back seat, but he's a world champion. He could be one of the best ARs we have in the league.
I mean, before that, he was one of the most underrated ARs we've ever had. The guy was in a lock for like a 1-2 for a long time. Like, he was very, very consistent. When you talk about just statistically, something, yeah, just wasn't really hitting last year, but hell, you still got a second overall, and you still made some runs late in the year, but for the most part, still a tight one.
Sky
Now,
is
into our
fucking
second
fine.
set. I don't know, if you're a rocker and you're going to bring this back, is there anything major you need to see turn around outside of Estriel being 6 and 13?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you lose the P4. That's going to be the big focus, you know, coming up on this rotation. But you're just trying to chip away at this 30-point lead here at P1 and P2. Get right back to the game. It is not a big lead at all. They're able to do that. You see the spawns coming in poolside here for LAG. So they're just going to play slow, give up this scrap time, and try to get into a nice setup.
Yeah, it just feels like the most time if you're Rocky, you've been trying to
Pollux
play,
need to get Sky here.
Struggle. When you're a sub player and you're trying to find openings on early
Sky
social
needs
growth,
that. That's
you're
a
going
breaking
against
point of
ARs
that.
just posted. You got AMS lining everything up. It can be so tricky. What are you seeing now?
Yeah, there's that back spawn. This is what I was talking about. You be very sensitive. If you get a little bit far forward, see number 4 is going to back up in Linz. Try to find that player. Gio, he's in a good spot maybe to make that play. But let's go to our first listening of the year with LAG.
I have the P1, I have money. You have money. Gio's front, money. Almost you, almost shot. Oh, I got 3. They're both there, both shot. Both absolute, literally absolute, no one there. Single. I got her. Jump down, church.
Teammate, team kill. Let's go to Estriel.
He's front of comms. I'm getting new. Not real still. One spawn behind you. You guys set you on me. Let's be back for I mean, gun and gold. Alright, Paul is gun, and then one guy is gold. One was left. I'm not, okay. 100% was left.
20 and 10 from Skies. He said, fuck this, it's my game.
I'm ignoring him, I'm gonna go con. Top gold. This one for gold. One bullet on the van.
Here comes Minnesota.
I'm at her side now.
Big hole for Minnesota, they got on time. Oh, Minnesota's getting juiced. It's been a little bit since LEG got killed. Oh, this news.
I'm going to left. I'm going to left. He spawns gun. Nero spawns gun. Yeah, nice.
Smoke. Come on, Paul.
I kind of like the end of that when, you know, they had like a 3 or 4 down, and Sky's just kind of like, slow down, let's take mid-control, let's take our time on this next push. Was there anything you really liked from the comps?
I mean, yeah, it was great. It's just they were getting fried.
Yeah, no, they were.
They are getting fried. And, I mean, Rocker backed into this game, and you had a chance there for Gentlemates to get into P4 and break it, but you responded in if you're a Rocker. And now, 38 seconds left on this hill. You are right back into this one on map number 1.
They need to
I
hold.
kind of like that because sometimes we hear comms when a team is frying. Sometimes you get comms when a team's
That's
getting
what's comms
fried. You
from.
kind of hear how they
Yep,
deal with adversity.
and Minnesota's just
well, they were dealing with it. Now they get a break in. This ends up being a big one because there's still a pretty good chunk of time left. There's about 30 seconds remaining in this point. A chance for Rocker to really get back into a tie game, but the late burst here from Gentlemates, a chance to push out this lead once again as we get closer then to our 3rd set of rotations.
Yeah, you normally do not see a clean 4 dead on a P4 break. They just kind of slammed the door on it, as that was the chance for Rocker to get, what, pretty much tie up the game.
That's on you. That's on you.
I guess it is, yeah. I love when I hype things up and then it goes the other way.
The Caster Curse alive and well in our first map, but Estriel, Geo, making plays to get 3 down. They'll each get a pair. You got a bit of a split right now then for Gorilla.
You know, Estriel kind of kicked it up. Paul Alex can't.
Got to deal with them left and right. They deal with one side of it, so it's going to be Priest and Skies are going to try and do it from the other side. It's Estriel that's watching, making sure they have that safe spawn in. And now Skies and company will try and break back on through, but you're getting some really solid P1 time here, and Paulus makes Kismet pay.
Yeah, no, a big part of that is because Skies goes on that long route to try to set them up for spawns for P2, and he's doing that. But yeah, you've just soaked the hill, so now you're going to need to hold on to this position. And this is almost 40 seconds of uncontested time here at P1. Finally, you're able to get up top in the catwalk, but Nero is watching it. There is the angle out of Skies. He's going to try to back on up. Can see Gentleman's just making sure no one leaking on through, but you take that all day if you're Rocker.
And that's kind of the conversation. Like I mentioned earlier, usually, you know, at least on this, it's like P1 and P3 are kind of about to set up for the next 2, but
Estriel's gonna wait.
All the time. Like yes, the rotation's great. Getting spawns is great. You better hope you lock it down now, though, because you gave up so much time. As Skies is now on 5 straight. A spawn comes in the backside, and that's exactly what you were talking about, Joe. The wheels starting to come off. 20 points separating these squads as Rocker looking to burst on through.
They are just very sensitive. You know, you try to get Lins through catwalk to put an aggression on
here we go.
But you just push up a little bit too far.
Oh, it's a game.
Plays deep back. Nobody blocks that spawn.
No, Estriel is the front line, and he's
just this one where you just gotta have somebody deep. You just got to.
You have to. Yeah, like there's like a little staircase right there. They know it. It's just they thought maybe they had it blocked. Instead, it allows Rocker to get right back down the hill.
Well, we think this Gorillamates team should be a team that's great about the fundamentals, but it's day one. It's day one. A lot to be worked on there, but the spawn does come in for Rocker. They're able to make the bust on through now. 204 to 200, and next hard point pop, and we get ready for 3. Early to the art rotation, this time it'll be Skies.
Oh, Geo just beamed him.
It'll be him with eyes from up above. It's Estriel now trying to get in underneath and make the play. Did anyone get eyes on him? Number 2 turned in Skies. I thought somebody got eyes, but Estriel's able to find the timing. That's going to be 3 down. Everybody spawning out again over the second half of this game. Rocker, turn it up.
Well, I think you're right. I think they did call it out, but the problem is everyone else died around Skies, right? So as soon as Estriel starts that cross, his teammates push the hill. They push on through. They find a couple of picks.
Paul,
and he's got all the advantage in the world in that 1v1.
Don't say that. Okay, Paul.
Able to win that. Now, again, you are set up for this P4 for now. You're only 27 points away from winning map 1.
They're so close. Have they done what it takes to close out this map? You're going to need something magical here from Gorillamates down the stretch. They got 10 seconds left you could earn for Rocker right now.
Priest got shit on.
235.
Holy, so is Estriel.
And you're going to have Rocker now set up for this
P4.
Some big gunfights going to be upcoming.
Time,
Inside first will be Estriel. 17 to go for the victory. 3 arrows flooding forward if you are Gorillamates. Estriel to be the point man. Look for his kills. Try to get in behind enemy lines. Able to take out 1. Take out 2. Estriel popping off late. Now 5 just needed for the W. Kismet, though, going to win a big gunfight on the site. It's a flurry of trades.
6 seconds for Minnesota. Do they break?
There's 3 down. They got a chance
3 down
to
for Minnesota. They could win.
I mean, you had the spawn. You had 3 spawn up in the back off the Estriel play, but they still
did
the break.
Here.
Do Gentlemates, and now, yeah, as you said, you should still win it here. First pick in the Yoda Lins. He's just up top.
Did Minnesota break?
Gio's trying to work the top side to get a crossfire, but they're just getting picked apart from these power positions.
That's what's tough. If there's a change in 1 second here, and there has to be a rotation, you feel okay, but you have to get in.
Oh, they got in.
He got in. Who was that? Estriel makes the play again. He's able
to
don't
win off of it.
1v1, but they're going to need to get on for a couple more seconds. Gio maybe with the
and
the double.
Oh my God.
He does it.
They need 1 tick. Minnesota won. Holy fuck.
Rocker. Take it versus
that one broke.
I had to get in, at least disrupt it for a second. There was just enough left. On the hard point
oh my God, that was crazy. That was a comeback.
But you're able to break in, you kick it back to a P1, and maybe a shocker here early on is I think everybody had Gentlemates as the favorites, but Rocker will strike first on Vault. And yeah, I mean, even if you think back to the first set of rotations, I mean, you were set up for what? You had the early set for 2 and 4.
Should I do 21-60 on my piece?
Rocker was showing the ability to break like right away. Like early on, some of the tough.
I do 14-40.
Like early on, some of the tough hard points. I know they were down early, but they were shown they had opportunities to break. Like the pressure was there.
Yeah, I think just 2 P2s. The first P2 and that last one,
yeah,
you kind of messed that up if you are Gentlemates. That's really what the game comes down to.
Because the first time he got broken through the front, right? The last time he gave up the back spawn?
Yeah, gave up that back spawn. As we take a look at the stats of what Nero just kind of right back to his form, 34 and 32, putting pressure all over the map on the other side. Yeah, you get contribution really from everyone. You outslay. You just don't find those key kills and allow a couple openings and Rocker take advantage.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like that great of a map for Bestro if you take a look like the damage. Like,
no,
like
the plays at the end.
Yes, he had some terrific plays at the end. Remember, he was getting slammed early on, though. He was, well, like 6 and 14, 6 and 13, really struggling to get it going. We'll take a look at some of the highlights before we get ready and into a search and destroy. But what a victory. They're out of Rocker right down to
Man, so that was a really good comeback. They were down the whole game until like that last below
I think
P1.
Sky's right away. I think Sky's, you know, at this point he's 29 and 17. They're up to 30 and 19, but I think just to close this game out, you get Estriel who flips those spawns, but then he also has that 2-piece that breaks the game wide open. You're able to deal with this. You get the close spawns, but Gentlemates are able to find their way in through. You see Rocker's just 6 points away, but Gentlemates are like, all right, we can hold it now. But it's a break through that side door that gets it back to the P1.
Just enough to get on through. One big gunfight.
Yeah, right. It's Estriel here again that does it, right? He finds this double. Yeah, or he just slides on through. He's able to find it.
Yeah, no, he just needed the one, really. Just the, even if he didn't get the kill, I think just the contest of time was enough, really, because he was to the second, right? Like, maybe 1 extra second they get the tick. Like, it was that close. He just had to get in. It's like a game of blitz, bro. Just to get on through. just contested for a second, find an opening. He's able to do that, plus he gets the kill. We're going to stay on vault for the next 2, but we got a nail-biter for our first one. 7-point victory for Rocker. And yeah, I mean, it's hard to call like anything a massive upset right now. Like, for me, the league starts now. I know there's been scrims. I know you had one tourney, but like, the game had barely been played at that point. Like, it starts now. And Rocker come out, get the W.
Yeah, no, I mean, nice map one from them. I mean, again, just both teams, I think that second P1 where they find, full 50 to 60 seconds.
Oh, I forgot to do this.
And then a couple individual plays there to close it out.
Unbelievable stuff. And now we get ready to go to Search and Destroy, which I know for me, any scrim bot I've been sent, watching our points in control. Haven't seen a lot of search, and this is where you can really catch people early on, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that this is an opportunity. Normally, like teams who go on to win some of the first majors of the year are typically very good.
We have to do this. I forgot you have to do this. I forgot you have to do it, dude.
This is where you can cause early upsets on the season.
Well, it's a difficult thing. We all talk about it a lot. Like, you take a look at a game like Counter-Strike or a League or a different esports. Like, you have one map and mode, really. Like, well, not one map. You have one mode, and you play several maps. Like, it's easier to maybe have a day of practice where we have 3 different modes, all these different maps. Like, how do you try to go about finding great balance as a team? It's one of the hardest things, right?
No, it is. And, you know, our players know that patience.
There we go. We're back. We're there.
During matches
we're there.
Because nerves come to you. You don't want to make any mistakes.
Yeah.
Right. You always see that on a.
That's why I do that. They like catch you up. You
matches
can get behind.
Always play different. And search is another thing. It's like you can practice this a bunch, but there may just be some things that happen in an official match that normally don't. So
sure.
A lot of the practice is just sort of learning timings, setups, how we
now
want to play,
sort
of retake situations.
With a really bad A site.
Yeah, you don't really know if you're like bad at search until there's a couple matches played.
Yeah, I mean, back who you're playing against. Somebody's working on a break-off they really want to perfect. There's something they really want to work on. Yeah, they do the complete opposite once you come play them. It's like, oh, well, that didn't really help us all that much. But into this round 1 we now go as Gorillamate's trying to bounce back and keep it up. Nero wants none of that. He will be quickly traded out, though, as Kismet does get 1. Sky's tallies on as well. We got 3-on-2 right now for Gorillamates.
Yeah, and this is going to be a big position. Obviously, this underground tunnel there for Kismet. You can go between both bomb sites.
Watch
that bottom middle drop as Priest and Sky starting to work towards this A bomb. Normally with Vault, this is really the bomb side of focus, but Estriel maybe finds a timing. Maybe the
oh my God, Estriel.
That's what I was talking about. Everybody's just going to have a couple of moments where that slide's going to get away from you, and
yes,
you're going to look like that.
Oh, 100%. 100%. There's times where I just like lose the person. Sometimes they just hit like a long slide, and it's just like I just lose them.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like real close range.
That's weird.
I don't know what's happening.
I realized they just went 2-2 on each bomb site. That's really bad. That's really good, but also really iffy. Not work out well.
Strike first.
Yeah, I don't know if it's really. You think it's going to be like the potential of kind of what we have with jetpacks, just like the individual playmaking ability is do some nutty stuff, or not? Maybe not quite to that level.
I don't know about to that level, but
Any
it should be close.
Yeah, the closest you're going to get with like boots on the ground, I guess, right? since BO4, like with Stims.
Yeah.
It's an instant plant.
Estriel getting right in, trying to get the quick plant down. Gio does find one. Some
Pollux, he needs it. Oh,
shots in for Pollux as well, but he gives up his position. Len's then able to pounce to a 3v3 we go.
Oh.
Numbers now to Gorilla Mates.
2-3.
As they try to get their second round in a row, as they'll have to look to collapse. 30 seconds out to work this. Trying to work from the outside
you're there.
box. Get an angle. Stun is going to hit. He's able to win the gunfight. Estriel
Estriel's
drops. Gio by himself. Gio drops, and there's the defuse through. And that'll be back-to-back rounds for Gorilla Mates. You got 3 straight for Kiz, 2 straight for Priest.
And this is going to be Vault Search Destroy. A lot of the times it comes down to retakes over towards A. And what LAG do is they just go all the way through that attacking side of the spawn. They allow the bomb to go down. They play for that player over towards back tree. As soon as he's dead, you have so many angles that you can pinch on this bomb site, able to work that defuse.
And yeah, I was talking to you about Search early because you've just been grinding ranked play and asking you kind of, well, it's probably a lot more respawn, I imagine, but you were just like, you can get to sites fast. Like, there's going to be a lot of quick plants, a lot of retakes.
Yeah,
it plays you just kept saying fast. Plays fast, real fast. So like,
yeah,
right.
There's some bomb placements.
That's why I think Optic can be really good. It's very fast game, and they have the fastest player in the league.
Let him start drawing. Give him an iPad. We've had that before.
Yeah, I mean, Skyline, I think you can
Who's
start
Bonker?
fighting in 4 seconds. I'm serious. It's crazy.
Oh, they're playing B? Oh, this is a weird push by Minnesota. What the hell? They come 4 mid.
The B-side street push. There, multiple in front. He's got the bomb hay to work with, and he is in trouble. Can't get out.
They know Linz is here, though. Yeah, Linz is already across. They have no idea.
I thought maybe he got spotted for a second now.
He can make some big plays from
Oh
here.
my
He's
God.
able to find the
Linz.
double, but a nice trade from Estriel, so all down to Kiz.
He gives Kiz a shot, though, right? He gets 2. Now on Kiz to clutch.
Gio. And
Knock, knock. Through the door. Wins 1. Gets out with his life. Trade not going to be there. Down to a 1 versus 1 now.
who's defense?
Gio. Kiz. Under 40 on the clock. We're bombed down right on B.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
There you go, Minnesota.
Tries to jump top, look down. Angle is there. You get on the board now if you're Rocker.
Yeah, I mean, just great job by Rocker. Nice, team rotation back towards that B site. Priesta obviously gets picked. Linz has a chance to make it interesting and does, but just so much there for Kismet to have to clear. Gio picks the right corner.
Yeah, they both kind of done the same way. Like Escher was like kind of jumping out top our balcony. Try maybe get an angle, gets dropped, same.
Look at Z Carbone, bud. Z Carbone in the bomb.
Nearly brought it back, but
He made it, bro. Z Carbone.
We hop into our round 4 now. Kiz, though, still leading all players at 4-1 as he kicks it off. Offense back for Rocker. We're getting right back to poolside.
So this is the opposite look. They went 4 top B. This time they go 4 towards
Estriel does.
able to hit the pistol shots, but just like that, it's still a 2-on-2.
Skies, though, brings them the numbers. Now on Paul X to try and clutch some nice damage in, but can't finish the kill. Nade not going to do anything. He's on an 0-3 start, now trying to clutch in this 1 versus 2. A ton of time on the clock.
Come on, Paul. 0-3. Don't drop a don't.
Once
Like,
again, a bomb
okay.
drops right
Don't
on sight. This time over at A.
This time.
And you have the AMS. Like, you're just hoping to find a pick here, but it's going to be difficult with all the different sort of angles that Skies and Linz have. They're just going to throw shoulders back away.
Oh, yeah, they're butt to butt. Just hoping he can rip one. Time starting to dwindle. Under 30 to go. Maybe it's hope you hit a pre-fire.
Yeah, that's really what it is. He wants Linz to like overpeak this, but as soon as he goes, they're going to double chow. There was the double chow, and then right back to the pillar. Synchronized swimming here on this bomb site, but he's able to get through, and he was close.
They nearly lined up perfectly.
I think
like
it was one bullet away.
Maybe holy, dude.
Of them.
Oh, they line up perfectly for just a second.
Give him another second. I don't know.
One almost got away from nearly able to slide out.
I don't know how Estriel missed that, but
Estriel's just got to win that.
Yeah, he's just on that bomb. It can be tough. You're right.
Yeah,
you have that extra cover, but close there from Paul.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to even get that kind of opportunity, honestly. Like, to slide to there and nearly just line them both up.
I think maybe, like, the player shouldering didn't see the
I think he died every
slide
round.
because
He has.
maybe
He's
it's
on
behind the
4.
bomb, like the angle.
Kind of what it seemed like.
Yeah.
The scoreboards are fucked up. Don't listen. Look at the bottom.
This time they'll try their odds over at A.
Oh, it's Gio. Oh, this Paul.
So does Priesta. The
That's
setup
good,
there inside the point just falls apart. Lens has nearly been the hero of these last couple of rounds. His multi-kills have been the difference. This time, going to have to do it from a 2 versus 4. He's already able to take out Geo. Now, what can him and Skies do? I know Sky is also known kind of for his S&D capability.
What is Sky?
Really, he's just waiting on Lens. He needs him to make a play here with the sub so they get inside a vault. But you're watching that. He's able to get away with his life. Paul doesn't want to overchow.
And that's honestly kind of the fun thing about the early skirmishes, that you come down a lot of these 2v2s, these 2v3s, these 1v1s, and you give Lens time to pick them apart. There's another one added on.
Oh, hello.
RC car in, they're able to take that out. Lynn gets some damage in, wants to challenge behind it. Sky's able to get the
kill. Oh my god, Minnesota's falling apart.
All smiles there as Lynn's now with multi-kills in 3 straight rounds. Beautiful stuff there.
I mean, it helps when you get one more kill, and then
What's pressing? Sky's got the butt.
Sky's got the other 2, but still.
He uses the RC, and I mean, you saw it blow up, and that's just going to cause chaos. You give that
I didn't realize that.
call out to Skies. They're weak. He slides on in, and I think
So
for
you
Locker,
Skies,
it's
you
just
know?
like, yeah, I mean, Paul can't get picked there, but maybe you have numbers, and you probably just want to get out of the bomb site. Like, they just got picked apart from all the
Yeah, I was going to ask you, like, was it kind of Lens's first kill or second kill that kind of was the bad one? Well, we're waiting to see what's going on. We have a 4-1 advantage right now for Gorilla Mates. I know we can see the game, and it appears that we are frozen currently between rounds. So we're going to wait and see if we're going to be loading back up with a 4-1 advantage here for Gorilla Mates, or what the deal is. We're hopping back to us just for a second while we get them to figure it out. I don't know if the lobby crashed or what exactly.
Oh yeah, Neil is gone. Yeah, the lobby crashed.
They won 4-1. We're done. That's it.
No, it's day 1.
Oh, I thought they said they won. I'm like, okay, Joe, I don't know if we can make those calls.
No, lobby crash.
Yeah, yep.
It's going to be a party.
Just roll with the punches, Joe. No matter where on your body you're being punched, you're just going to roll with it.
I'm rolling with it.
Absolutely. But bit of a blunder there. But yeah, 4-1 advantage for Gentlemen. As soon as we can get back in, we will. Thank you again for your patience at home. But yeah, bear with us. Day 1. Early in the title, we're going to have some issues, but that's why you get to look at us handsome lads as we hang out and chat through things. As it was a 4-1 advantage so far, and that's the only search and destroy we've seen so far, at least officially in the league. Gentlemates were up. They did rely on some kind of bring it back moments from Lynn. Some big moments like Rocker had some rounds they're in control. Like, it probably shouldn't be a 4-1 score.
No, it should not. But yeah, I mean, obviously, Gentlemates, they do have that. And I mean, I think really kind of what we talked about, what does BO6 S&D look like? I mean, I think like last year, a lot of the defenses were spread apart on the maps. You're trying to find pace with MCWs. I think we're like 4 rounds in a row where the defensive team is running as 4, just trying to find an opening, right? Just flying together. And that's like what we saw in jetpacks all the time.
That's exactly what I was thinking about.
Gataga is streaming it on YouTube and has 65,000 people. Holy.
That's kind of it on some of these maps.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing. But hey, I want to give a shout out. Listen, we were talking about Gentlemates and how excited we're having them here. We got some watch parties going on. Gataga, we've been a longtime fan of his from back when he was a competitor. Their fan base we're going to have just from like the European and French side of this is nuts. Listen, I remember back to like, dude, this is like BO3 back when we had what, like a Vitality, Millennium, going up against like a Fabi, like a German team. And this would be like it was a LCQ type match.
Oh, back
that had
Brokey down there, by the way, that picture they had out of him.
Like, anyway.
You want to get one of those of me?
I'm probably
just hands a little bit lower?
No.
Oh. Well, no, anyway, that match, by the way, it was like a losers qualifier.
Yeah, like 100,000.
It was like 100,000 viewers.
Yeah.
Like the French fans, German fans, it can be insane. So
that was 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was. That's why we're so excited though when Heretics got involved. What did I say to you like years and years ago? I was like, I'd do anything if we just had like a good French team, a good Spanish team, a good German team. Like, I'd be so happy just for those fan bases that we have internationally, because that's the one thing sometimes we've lacked in COD esports is we just. North American players, for the most part, run shit. It's just that's just how it's been. Whereas for most other esports, it's not really the case.
No, not really
the case at all.
But I mean, here's the good thing. I mean, yeah, I mean, Jotaga, legend. I mean, I played against him years and years ago, right, in Europe. A French monster. Same with Brokey. Just those guys are incredible creators, and they've built up this fan base, this organization. So we are very happy to have them with us.
No, it's awesome to see just what they've been able to do, because that's a question mark a lot of times of players. Like, what do you do? Once you're done competing, you can't compete forever. Whether they're talking about like athletes and like sports or
they figured it out.
Yeah, I mean they had a fan base. You found me. Now you're stuck with me here, casted in Columbus. But now we're having a hell of a time. But it's exciting to see what they do, the fan base they have built, and I'm sure we're going to be bringing in a lot of French viewers to watch this team. And that's why it's cool we've got Lens on it. I mean, I know this is sort of the recipe for success for the other 3 guys. Get that French submachine gun. He's got big shoes to fill, and kind of what Hydra was able to do with those 3 guys. But I think he's a young player we're excited about.
Yeah, I think Sky Skies tweeted out, like, our fans are insane. Like, I'm downloading Duolingo now to learn French. Like, I'm like, respect.
No, yeah.
That's awesome.
It is so cool. And just to get another fan base kind of behind this league, behind E-Team, as we get back into it. Remember, it's 4-1 advantage to Gorilla Mates, so they need 2 more rounds here to take this map 2 and tie us up at 1-1 in this best of 5. As we go over to Geo's POV and see what the line side looks like from tree side.
And again, you just see all the purple arrows, right? Just sort of scanning, trying to find info, but not ready for this. Good trade, though, from Priesta into a 3-on-3. Another retake scenario here towards A.
Nero is trying to shoulder. Now the bottom mid push, the full side push. See what info he can get. Pollux just tucked away in a corner. He's able to get a freebie there onto Priesta. They go 1-for-1. I thought it was a great snap there from Pollux, but not enough to win the gunfight. Hopping out Geo, the reads on to the next one, able to win the 1v2. It's like a mantle party there. It's just everybody's mantling out over the balcony. Some awkward gunfights.
I'm
able to clutch up with the 1v2.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing here is, right,
I'm ready food.
you're still so weak if you're Skies from that previous gunfight. Just you had a great snap to weaken him up. Maybe if he's full health, that's a little bit easier. You see how quick they want to go for that trade. Kismet gets caught, and then you hit the backslide. If you're Geo, you're ready for the next one.
Great stuff there. Heads up play to get the clutch, but that just looks, the whole sequence looks so awkward. Just you never want to, like, you know, even though that was kind of pushing each other, but hearing like comms, people are like mantle cheese, like you don't mean to, and it happens. Like,
yep.
God, remember that? What was that? Priest says he had a bad one back. Was that? Oh, Hotel. When BZ had a 1v4, remember he like mantled over that? Never. That's like the most famous mantle I'll think of. That just, oof. That one's tough, but Geo pulls off the 1v2. You see we got the scoreboard updated here, custom in-house to show the 4v2 advantage now for Gorilla Mates. Priest trying to spot. Teammate gets the kill. Next gunfight.
Okay,
nice
Paul.
Drop shot there from Pollux. Quick trade though, as he's so
1v1, 1v2.
Linz could do it. They have a 2 versus 1. Geo up. You clutched in a 1v2. Can you do it again? A little bit different of a situation now. This looks like Pollux's POV from earlier. Tries to go through. Gets in. Catches.
Oh, Geo.
Nearly another. Oh, God. Another bullet or 2, and he's likely clutched that one. That one almost looked more awkward than the other. Like, I thought he got spotted by the first player.
He does. He just gets behind the pillar. Right, he hits the slide timing. The first player has no idea, and then Skies is like, all right, you know, you got to take the challenge. So great trade there, but yeah, close clutch. Geo almost does it back to back.
I just thought there was like time for the first player to like react, but it just didn't happen so quick. So quick. Is they're just smiling, having a bit of a laugh about it. Some wild situations in this map too. But that brings us now to 5-2. 1 round needed for Gorilla Mates to even up the series. Quick hit from Rocker. Again, takes out 1. Damage into a second.
Gets 2.
Another multi-kill in this, but he will be traded out by Paul. We take a
2v2.
Is this been the same thing every round? Like, hit it,
yeah.
2 or 3 die from each team, and then we slow down.
Oh, he got under them. He doesn't know.
So far it has been.
They got
that
under the
balcony
just enough. Oh no, he doesn't know that.
Right under Skies.
Oh my.
And
oh, he didn't see.
Crazy time here. They don't go through the street though, so
Oh, now they know. He knows where they're both
now
are.
Priesta can pinch this. As well, both players, though, just slide across, gaining the info. Good job there by Paul and Geo. Not to get picked, and now starting to work towards it.
The angle's like a little different for Skies or Priesta. You probably get 1, but can't quite do it. Now Priesta maybe in trouble getting double shot. Nice use of the box here. Tries to reload, though. Going to get pushed out. Give Skies time.
Geo's dumb right there.
Time to rotate in from balcony. Get the
LAG's
kill.
one.
And that'll be the 6th round. We had a bit of a pause.
I'm gonna go
in
check
it,
my
but we
food.
get right back to it, and Gentlemate's able to pick up where they left off in a dominant search and destroy.
Yeah, I mean, just right.
I'm gonna leave the game up.
Out of Gentlemates. I mean, they found a ton of first bloods, and yeah, I mean, you allow a couple of clutches to happen, and they had some clutches themselves, but that is a preview of what we were going to see on Vault.
Well, yeah, no, 100%. But like, even just like, I don't know, like Priest at the end there, like, don't overchow, pull out your pistol, do some crazy slide, try to shots, lay down behind the box, just buy time. Good heads up play, because yes, they did let some rounds slip away from them. Same on the other side of it. But they get it done. Skies a nice little clutch and flashy plays from a bunch of players. But yeah, it's just, let's hit it, let's headbutt each other, and then basically it's like what's left when the dust settles.
Yeah, and there will be things like that sort of counter these 4-man pushes, and you start to slow things down, but that's going to take some time to incorporate.
It will. I mean, this is probably the mode that takes the longest to develop due to just not being a part necessarily of your kind of regular scrim cycle, but some eyes on it. I mean, did that play basically exactly how you kind of thought it would?
Absolutely, yep. Retakes at A.
Yeah, fast is how it was. But 2 maps underway. We're tied up 1-1. We're going to kick it to the desk now before we get to the map 3. Chris Buck, it's all you, baby.
Thank you, gentlemen. A brand new halftime segment. We got Ali Cat and Nameless to break down the early action, and let's start here. Minnesota steals game number 1 after everyone chooses Gentlemates to win the series. Minnesota on the final rotation takes it back. Ali, who's shining for our purple people eaters right now up there in Minnesota?
Over in Minnesota, for me, it has to be Cdl. He had a really slow start in the beginning of that hard point, but then he is the catalyst for them to go on and win that first hard point to tie this series up. He goes on a 6-3 to break that pre 30 seconds at that P4, and then they just chain after chain after chain after chain. For Minnesota Rocker, what's crazy about this is the fact that they win that first hard point even though they were behind on fundamentals about the majority of the map. So if they can just tweak and clean those up a little bit, this isn't anything to sneeze at going up against a team like Gentlemates, who is considered maybe one of the top 4 contenders right now.
Nameless, I want to take a dive deeper into that hard point. I know you've been working some things out on our brand new Telestrator. What do you got for us?
I got some new toys, so let's jump into drawing conclusions, and let's talk about what happened here at the end of this hard point. This is a beautiful play by the Minnesota Rocker. If you zoom in here on the mini map, when you look at this, listen, this is going to be the bad spawn and this is going to be the good spawn. So what you see here in this situation, they're going to have to break. So Cdl has to make a miracle happen here. So he's going to go through low bottom vault, get pushed all the way up and get the kill on top of the building, and then the rest of the players end up pushing through and flipping. But what happens early is Priesta tries to rotate over to help. He dies and he ends up spawning out. So they're aware of that. When Paul X sees it, he knows, turns around to try to play for it once again, and then there's a flurry of kills. So let's clear the screen so you guys can take a look at what went down here. It was a massive play in this situation. You know you have to find somebody first and get that first blood. So what you're seeing here is Paul X spawns up, right, in the bottom right side of your mini map, and he knows because he spawns there that Priesta kill, he's getting the bad spawn. So he plays the timing, leaves to go help his teammates. They end up getting 4 kills, spawning them all the way out, which leads to them winning this map. Just an incredible play by Paul X and Cdl. You saw him get all the way through. If it wasn't for that, they don't win this map.
Fire breakdown and a fist bump for that one. That is the exact change, the exact turning point when it came to that hard point. Not only does Cdl get the first kill, allow his teammates to get 4 down, but like Ant just showed you, he's able to also secure spawns for the first time for P4 for Minnesota Rocker to then go on and win it.
We're expecting a ton of vault, and already you've seen it twice. You're about to see it a 3rd time for Control. Before we get into that Control, we're giving our players a moment to get a drink of water. Let's take a look, though, at some of the big plays from S&D. This is LAG bouncing back. We thought they would be a tough search squad. Who showed up on Vault today?
Who showed up on Vault today? The entirety of LAG Gentlemates. But like you said, it's going to be Skies and Kismet for me. I mean, just the pace of which they were playing this map number 2 was insane. You talk about this underground, this is the doghouse for Kismet.
Nameless, it's day number 1. I know we all locked in Gentlemates to start the game.
Yeah.
It's halftime, though. 1-1. I'll give you and you alone the opportunity to flip. Do you think Rocker steals the series?
I'm going to stick with Gentlemates. I think the end of that hard point, as we just saw, it was sort of a blunder there. Played a little bit too aggressive. I think they had a chance to win that, and I think they'll figure it out here in the Control coming into this game number 3. I love this roster, though, and I think, if anything, so far, we may have underrated Rocker a little bit. They were playing sound Call of Duty on that map number 1. We saw some big plays. Spawn awareness was there throughout the entirety of the map, so we could have ourselves a Game 5 banger to kick things off.
You know, my big fear was who is going to be that IG for Minnesota Rocker. Who is going to lead this team? Can't wait for the comps opportunity to listen in with this squad, because they are finding success against world champions. People who have been here and done it at the highest level. Taking a look at the remaining maps that we have to go, it is a best of 5. We're guaranteed 4 maps here. Not only are you going to see Vault Control, we'll get our first dose of Skyline Hardpoint.
Yeah, I'm really excited to get to that game 4. When I first saw this layout, I was hoping we'd go with a distance. So as we go into Vault Control, if you want a player to watch, I'm going to shout out Nero. He had 34 and 32, doing what he does as one of the engagement kings on this map, and I'm expecting him to do it again.
Nero, player to watch for you, Ali. What about you, Nameless? We still got a little bit.
I want to see what Lens does here. I mean, Control, obviously a slay-heavy game mode. He's got to be that guy coming in. I mean, he's filling Hydra's shoes, let's be honest here, on this roster, right? So he's got to be the fry man. We'll see what he can do here in this vault.
Well, there we go. The match is ready. We got map 3 coming up next. Take a look.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty.
I have Scuff.
Good job. I know you.
We get right back to it
He's
now.
actually pretty good
Getting ready to
control.
hop into map 3. We're tied up 1-1. What, Rocker kind of shocking the map 1. Gentlemates handle business in map 2. They're probably thinking we could very easily be up 2-0, but here we are. We're tied up, going into control. What are you thinking looking forward?
I mean, both these teams are probably like more reps, honestly. Like, we're still just so early. Like, yeah, I mean, you're going to get some more reps on these maps in official matches.
Yeah, how do you feel about, listen, these are official matches. This is the lead up to Major 1.
Yeah.
Like, we have this thing every year where it's like, we have 2 weeks, and then we have this long break, like over the holiday with Christmas, and then we come back and like a map gets added in. Like, is this just, do you view it differently as a player a little bit? Because it's like you have that elongated break and like a change, or not really?
I mean, there may be even some more updates and patches, so like potentially. But yeah, I mean, this is almost like a preview in a way. These couple of weeks.
Kind of view it like that a little bit, like kind of work on our fundamentals, still get stuff down, like it's really new.
But like you might not make champs at 10 points, and there's
that's true.
Exactly.
That's why it's a little bit weird because like these absolutely are very important official matches, but like it always just feels like a little different because it's so new. You're still trying to figure things out. There's going to be some changes that come in quickly, but. I mean, a lot of times, I mean, to be fair, regardless of the teams that look good early on, like usually they're your best teams. I mean, there's some changes, don't get me wrong, but typically you start strong, you kind of follow that up over the course of the year. As we'll see what this team can do. Excited to see Priest back with Skies and Kiz. Lens, it's always fun to see, you know, you and I have chatted about this a lot. Like, there's like a couple of ways that like rookies come in, right? It's like, you know, you can be your Shotzi and Simps of the world. Yeah, you come in, you join a Dallas Empire, you join like an United.
There is
you
no rookie
join
this
like
year.
a God Squad right away. Or a good
Holy.
team. Most of them, like, if you're
The first one's probably Paulette.
you still come in and kind of start
Oh,
from the
crap,
bottom, so you're start at the mid tier and
what's
work
his
your
name?
way up.
Matt.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is just sort of, you know, it's just like, is a top team going to take a chance on like if they're going to make a roster change, they're going to take that risk.
The only ones that really get onto the elite teams are like that when you don't really think you're taking a risk. It's your
Exactly.
your Hydras, your Shotzis, your Sims. Like the ones you know are gods, but even the good players, like you usually got to work your way up. And maybe this is that kind of that step for Lens. But really, really excited to see what he's going to be able to do. But as far as the control goes, making the first bit of progress, the nice little break is Rocker Estriel. Able to get 2 basically out the gate. Halfway towards the second tick, the retake, it is upcoming. Some big gunfights now between both squads. A team kill comes in as Priest takes out Lens.
I mean, this is about as good as a break you're gonna get if you are Rocker. That 8 point is not easy at all because there's just so many angles you can get shot from, but they did 3-4 dead. They stacked the point.
Damn. They got A already.
Making sure they have the basics down and now right
Damn.
over towards B.
Well, how important breakoff's been in control? It always.
Since the
Demo came in. An incredible break. You get a 3-4 down. It might lead to a point. It does there, and you've already got a presence on B.
And Nero's pushed up
spawn.
Nero.
I mean, this is a start here on ball control.
They just come in, throw an uppercut early on, and Gorilla Mates, they are just absolutely lost in the sauce as Nero is just farming them from art side. Give Papa another. Kismet drops.
Nero 7.
Point about to be done. That'll be
Oh my God.
Give him another 7 straight for Nero. Round done. And like a lightning strike, Rocker, they hit.
I mean, that was impressive. That is typically not what we see from Control early. Usually it can be pretty tough to win an offense early in the year, even on a map like this. Like obviously it's the middle of the map, but there's just so many angles you get shot from. You can get worked underground, catwalk, you can get pinched, where normally 1 or 2 is going down, so you typically don't have a stack on it. Like, you really just don't.
Or you have like a fight, like an extended fight, like a contest on the point. Like,
holy.
Once they got on the point,
No,
they were on both like December off.
Yeah, I mean, you have that transition. It's very easy to go away from B.
Yeah,
You can use the underground route. But then over towards B, like, you have top art. You have all these different angles. You can push up the street, spawn them poolside. They
never got art control.
Yeah, Gorilla's never had control of anything.
Yeah, I mean, you had Nero and Art, like, right after they got the first point.
I mean, Nero just, right back to it. And he has the Hellstorm, so he did equip it, so we will have a Hellstorm.
Okay. We'll see if that gets tossed into it. Maybe another nice start for an offense, as that looks to be about 3 down.
But this is what I mean. Like, even, all right, you have 2 on it, like, you're going to get a take, but there's going to be another chance here for Rocker to try and retake this. Right off spawn, though, those Gentlemates trying to find those angles, but This guy's going to find that first pick. And now Nero just going to look around, has the help of Paul. There's the contest. 3 dead is Paul.
Oh, good.
He's able to find 3. Can he find the 4th and save the point? Not going to happen. The Bulldog gets it done.
Yeah, they made it a little bit mixed here, but still kind of same result.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe our right team is just
well, but it's very different here. Because the fact that Paul got 3. You slow it down, you're able to get into some position. But yes, I think, listen, maybe ranked hardpoint you can compare to some degree, but control is like a different beast entirely. That's a different beast entirely.
What is Gio doing?
And pushing up, trying to get in towards Art and maybe make a play like Nero was eventually able to do is going to be Lens. He'll be the guy pushed on forward. Now kind of your first 4-man push. Get some shots in the top. There's a battle going down bottom. Lens sees
Yo, this is going crazy fast.
Back up. Estro is going to go ahead and chase him down. That's 3 down, and you're going to continue to push the point. It's all offense so far. It's going to force the Hellstorm out early on. See what he can come up with. Missiles out. Doesn't hit, but gets people to safety, buys him time, exactly.
But it may not matter, because right away you get a pick. You get a pick on the ball from Priesta. Middle of the map is Kismet. He can rotate back and forth to go for the chow. That's 2 dead. They should jump down to Nero again. Him and Paul to try to retake this.
Holy crap.
But the numbers are too strong. And, well, I think we're going to get back-to-back offenses.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's very different. It's not as clean from A to B, maybe at least, because you kind of got 3 down if you're Paul, but it's like the next wave. They're able to get there. And to be fair, like once you got to B, it's just like heady central. Like you've got all those blocks to work.
Holy fuck.
And you're just popping, bobbing, weaving, hitting shots. And
it's been like 5 minutes since this 2 rounds gone.
Who will be able to step it up on defense?
Well, we always talk about it like in previous years of control is sort of, do you go for it one last time? Because if you do try
they
to
got 3 down right there, they couldn't cap out on
it. Right, it allows a transition. And because this is so close, I think that's what's happening is both of these teams kind of went for A one more time, and they went 3 or 4 dead. You're just not getting any B street control whatsoever.
You're in a much better position, though, if you were Rocker, at least, just because Paul got 3. But, yeah, it was, I mean, it was like flawless on the other side. They were A to B so quick. Let's see if anyone can improve on it. Well, Priesta with a team kill there. You hear the headshot. It's Lens's head coming clean off his shoulders. They try to double shell that side.
Going on? The other team, that's 3 dead. Like, you might just have to give this up. This is what I mean. Yeah, you're going to have to work up B Street. They're going to go for this again.
They're trying to.
Okay.
This time.
They got it.
The pounce and attack works. Paul will be the last guy up, and he's just going to kind of tuck his tail between his legs and back up, wait for the reinforcements. That's our first sort of retake we've seen so far.
I knew the scrims that I've watched weren't crazy.
It is possible to retake A. Now, what can they do with this position? So far, they're getting work done. Skies and Lens able to tally through on the feed. The Bulldog, he's still hunting. Try to watch the push through on both sides of it. Nero able to maybe get the entry, though, and now it's going to allow them to push around the back and pinch. So it'll be Lens's POV is now he has to deal with it, but just kind of slides out and gets caught. You've now got people collapsing on both sides. So Sky's got to keep his head on an absolute swivel. He's able to take out 2, but he would have had to find 4 there. Everybody else got picked.
Yeah, now you're going to have that 3rd tick in. So that'll be done. You get that minute extension. 1 life advantage, but you at least get into a setup. So you have Lens pushed up, you have Kismet inside of both Skies, Priest, and making sure nobody can work the pinch.
It's gonna be like an offensive heavy game. Holy fuck.
No,
that was just by that.
No, yeah, I know, right? I looked at that a couple of times.
Oh man, the Bulldog in peace, dude.
Yeah. We also knew, we said day 1 we've got some issues sometimes. Day 1, month 1, usually
Guys is killing it
as well. So numbers not always.
I think no one's helping Gio.
We'll try to keep you up to date the best we can. Usually for the player bottom right, you see their tag bottom right. That'll be the accurate number.
You got all the like tick. No one's hoping it looks like.
So 1 minute to go now. Nero trying to work that pinch. Getting a much stronger defensive setup here towards B, and they're really controlling it from the middle of the map. Just watching those crosses. Zestro, that stun doesn't hit. He would have stunned both of them. Instead, he gets taken down.
A much better time this time for your Gorilla mates in defending B. Rocker trying to find his opening. You're down to 40 seconds. Gorilla mates a slight little life advantage, trying to increase that there with a kill behind Lens.
We need a tick.
Nero looking to chow out. Can't quite finish the first. You got to worry about the top art angle as well, because Sky's going to try to get shots in. Couldn't quite finish him, though, so.
Yeah, numbers here.
He's able to tuck behind the van.
He got 2 ticks.
Trying to do their best to hold, but they're going to have to apply pressure at some point. Unfortunately, another team kill. Is Nate going to take out Kismet this time? Paul is going to be the last one up again that kind of backs out. Well, he does have a little help in Gio. Nice job.
Oh my God.
Paul.
mean, the finesse ability really from the subs of Rocker.
Need some looking over him.
The
Where are
nades have
they?
not connected. Paul and Nero have just put the
Oh
pressure
my God,
on,
Nero.
and that allows Nero to go on a pinch. Gio is able to find another one.
15 and 13.
Seconds, though, 6v6. And there is the time. So Nero, you take it down, and now things will slow down.
You needed him, though. You couldn't let him get loose in art and just pick you apart like that round one. Back and forth we go. No respawns remaining for Rocker. They're down to 3 players.
five.
Paul, Estriel, Nero. Now just Estriel and Nero. I thought they did enough to get the round win, but it's looking like a little bit more juice in the tank.
All right,
for
defense, good defense.
Gentlemen, as they hold
Minnesota
off,
needs defense.
they get the defensive victory. So a team can win on defense.
They can. I mean, yeah, just good holds from them. I think like Kids had a couple of big kills middle of the map where, you know, really what we've seen from both of these teams is you're putting a player or two on it, and then you're trying to get someone through that lobby door, like near that line, and basically just get a crossfire. That player is just trying to not allow people to cross out of art and slide onto the point and contest. And Kids had a couple of big kills in that area on defense, allows him to get to that point, allows them to hang on to B.
Barely. I thought when the UConn called the 3 down, I thought that was it. I thought they needed like half a tick, but they needed a full bar still. Like a little bit more on it might be enough to do it, but really just comes down to lives. Good job communicating and dealing with Nero when he got loose into art.
I just feel bad for Priest because I know there's someone typing like he's really owned 5 in control and he's not.
I swear we had this issue before, like updated after the round, like what did it change? But nah, he's just on a goose forever. We'll see it at the end.
I was expected. Priest has like
16
8,
and
9.
14. Showing off his movement.
He's on 4 in a row. Paul and Nero gonna take down 2, so no early A pressure. And Nero just trying to find some spawn kills, but Skies has his teammates back.
Probably, well, definitely the best position we've had from a defensive team onto A, but now you flood 3 on through. You get in through poolside. Paul though, he's up top. Trying to lock it down. Not a lot of ammo left in the gunny. Not a lot of health left either, but Linz, it's a multi for him. And that should be a good presence. They get the 4th player there. It's a nice presence now onto A as they'll start to push this. It'll be 5 straight for Skies.
It should be, holy.
It's looming here as the nades start to flood on in. Thought maybe they go for one more time. But
they're not going defensive. They're going offensive on defense.
Get you out and try to apply progression over here over to B.
Yeah, I was waiting for Estrel. He was on the full flank. I was waiting for him to go, but he ends up just waiting. They decide not to retake, so they were just trying to trap them in the area to find the kills afterwards. Finally, they start to come through.
Oh my God!
Hits the slide and destroys Estriel. The problem is his teammates are off
big
spawn.
dub.
Yeah, so he's 11 and 18.
I'm
Not having the best of maps, but
that looked good.
No goose egg. Yeah, that looks real good. Is that, dude? How funny is that sometimes though? As a caster, like we'll be like commentating, we don't see that guy's POV much. He's like triple negative, and then we like hop to him, we like pops off triple. I'm like, okay, well, how's he triple negative?
Well, this might be map over as well. They get 3 dead. They're actually not going to stack it. They're going to send Kismet into art to cut off the reinforcements.
You need to kill Bulldog right here.
Finds one, backs away.
You need to kill Kismet. You need to open it. Kismet needs to get killed right here.
Buys a little bit of time for Rocker to get here off spawn, but he's got the cross. Just being a thorn in the side. Wins another chow. A great life there from Kiz. Nobody on the point, though, for now. Lynn's trying to win a tough one-on-one. It's Nero with the pistol on the other side that's able to do it. Priesta nearly gets in, gets that first bit of progression, but I think you still need a sliver. A team kill does come in for Rocker as well, but they find the rest of the kills behind.
Oh my God, 4 dead.
X kills everybody, including his teammates, and that gives him a little life, a little breathing room now.
Oh my God.
Have a lot of teammates this year, right? With a lot of frags being used. Because you don't have as many trophies as often, but also Semtexes, they activate a little bit differently, so a lot of our players on a map like this are going to use frags.
Oh my God, Neo got in.
Kills, more laughter, more flanks as they lie.
Neo!
God! I thought 2 lined up.
That was 2 for Neo and he missed whiffed.
Seeing cross-eyed, gets neither, ends up getting punished. 6v7 now. Priesta trying to finesse.
Neo, what the hell? Oh, they
takes his wig off. Nero wins one on the other side of it. Now to Sky's POV.
No.
Just blows up. I think Linz maybe wins that if that doesn't happen.
Minnesota won this.
Rocker gonna hold on. 3 versus 5. Maybe Kiz can get into a spot to at least contest. Hits the slide, wins the gunfight. Another one almost hits it, but Nero with the headshot with the PDW.
Nero won big. If he got that 2-piece out faster, that was it.
Well, back-to-back defenses.
Teams clutch it up. I mean, you
Right
thought it
now,
might be done
Minnesota
in a
is winning this.
kind of in the
Minnesota
middle
is
of
going to
that
go up
one,
2-1 into a hard
great
point.
surge.
He
there
was
from Rocker.
flying.
You had a good amount of time where like Kiz was pushed up our side. Like, what went wrong around the objective? Was it just you said a couple big nades hit?
Yeah, a couple big nades. I mean, obviously, if your trophies aren't down, maybe that's why they don't 3-stack that, right? They don't want to get team naded, or sorry, just naded.
That'd be Paul.
You know,
Or
lose
team
all,
naded.
Yeah, lose all map control. Kiz and Art, maybe you can allow a play to happen, but yeah, 1 nade hits from Rocker just right
now.
and
If I had to make a roster change for each team, Priester and Ezreal dropped on each team. I'm dropping Ezreal for Hook, 100%. Hook on this team would be nasty. On Minnesota, oh my god.
The early deaths a bit delayed in this one, but that does end up being 3 through. The 4th will drop, so now you get nice control if you're the side of Gorilla mates.
It's got offense.
Break from them. Now, what can they turn this into?
Guys is 29-14. I mean, talk about his respawn performances. Even with that map 1 loss, he has been putting the numbers down.
You kind of figured back with Priest this would be the case, right? Like, he can be the numbers man. Hell, maybe a little more comfortable kind of playing that role.
3 dead.
If the start was good from Gorilla's mates, it's a good little retake here from Rocker to try and get some mid-map position. At least I thought so for a second, but then Lens pops a double.
Ezreal with a
double. Just keeping enough to make sure you can't get too forward.
Is Gio reading this? No shot Gio's reading this, right?
I thought maybe Paul was watching that cross.
Gio's reading it.
Did, because, yeah, Gio
Oh,
is
no.
looking at this.
What timing?
Timing.
He has to pick up that back route. So I think Paul did call this out. So it's just going to have a one-on-one with Gio. Both players just going to chill in their respective
It's kind of like
houses.
hardpoint. You just have these, you have these extended 1v1s in hardpoint too when you're trying to set up for 4. And he's like, Paul, I saw him. I've been looking for him. I don't know where he is. Kid's just staying alive, but you know, you're kind of relying on your teammates to
That was
try to
Paul.
win on the other side.
Gio's got beamed.
The top art, so Gio will drop, and that's going to be the call to pounce on forward. You need to get help from Kiz, though, because you then lose 2 of your teammates. You're kind of going 1-for-1 on both sides of this, so you haven't really got...
No one's going for no. I don't know what's happening. They're letting kids live, and they're not.
Right. He's a guy that like wants to fly and help his team on the objective. Finally, he's going to activate here, right? Because you're getting kills, but your teammates are dying elsewhere. So now he finally is like, all right, let's go. I'm going to try to help you guys out, get you over towards B.
Big on Nero. Get 2.
Down with another multi-kill. He's had some big ones throughout this match.
Yeah, it's eventually you just get antsy. It's like, I feel like I'm getting kills. I feel like I'm helping, but you feel like you have to.
SEO needs to calm down.
Freestyle,
oh, yeah,
sure. Dead slide there as he tries to go chow the edge.
You know,
Skies can't connect either, but you're still on the point with 32 seconds remaining.
Oh my god, Ezreal with
2.
The
movement, he slides out and chows, picks him off the point. Now
this might be over. Minnesota might win this. Unless, if Lynn doesn't die, then might not be over.
In this and getting back to a 2-1
it's over.
Edge.
It's over.
Kill feed lights up white again. Rocker looking good. They got a 4 life advantage.
Minnesota's looking good in respawn. Search iffy.
Been an absolute demon here late. No respawns remaining. You run by.
I feel bad for Skies. 34 and 22, and no one's helping you.
And it's just enough here from Rocker.
Yo, Minnesota looks good. Holy, they look good.
Player over that final stretch. Some ice again.
Nero popped like 15 doubles.
And what the Des was kind of talking about, you know, just giving props to Rocker.
But hey, my pick's on,
really
dude.
Weren't sure.
No,
you have no idea, but they are playing well. Taking 2 respawns away from this team. Playing fundamentally well, and I mean the individual skill is showing, right? Yeah, Kismet in spawn, but in their spawn, but
I want to see this one.
You had another situation where Linz is there 30 seconds later, and then it's a double kill from Ezreal on the point. So it's like Linz is like, I can't be here all game. Like we have to go. So just some great plays from the SMGs from Rocker.
I mean, they were. I mean, they're up there as one of the biggest question marks as teams, right? Like, I know there were a lot of changes.
Not really
but
doing much.
I think there's question marks.
Yeah, I mean, there are. There really are. There really are.
Besides 1 through 3, I think everyone is just.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're right.
think Paul's on
nothing matters until we get to these
No,
crucial
no.
matches. So far, great showing here from Rocker. Granted, if you've been around 5 control, it was what, like 250, 200 hard point. That was a close one as well. The only real dominant
get to the point
win was that search and destroy the map too, which we'll see.
It's like what, to your point, like what also new info you're getting, because like you're not, the only cross you're seeing is the top out into the bottom door, and they're gonna see that anyway if they're playing front.
That's what Sergio on. I mean,
it
it
has to be on a timing where your team has mid control, so you can get the kills, cross through line, and just get to the point.
With
like,
the teammate helping you from the door.
These are better than Optic.
We'll break it down later.
I think maybe the thought process, Sam, is like it's a mixy situation.
Yo,
where it's
Neo.
not like 3 people coming off the spawn, and you're getting a straggler crossing.
Oh, Boca? Yeah. 50 kills, 50 deaths. I know maybe not quite that, but like it's just one of those mixy ones.
Yeah, 3 feet off spawn, you're shooting.
Yeah. Keeping the hands warm. You know, it's one of those ones that could be maybe tough to cast and watch at times, but it's fun to play. It's a great time to play.
It really is. It really is.
Oh, just take a look at some of the highlights before we get loaded up into the map 4. But great stuff from Rocker so far in taking both respawns, and they have done it in the clutch. And you know, you would think
It's a hard point.
You know, if there was one advantage that I'd probably give to the side of Gentlemen, it probably would be like clutch type stuff, just due to the synergy and history you have between kind of that core 3 back from that New York Subliners team. I know it's a different roster. They'd all play together for a year. It's very different, but like I guess those moments, like the clutch where the comm needs to be on,
I mean,
the
it's been really close except for
edge,
Surge.
it's not been how it's gone so far.
No, it hasn't. Yeah, I mean, 7-point map number 1.
Red card, rewind.
Some clutches on
Protocol.
both sides, like that 6-2 could have
Arc
easily been a
Protocol controls
10-11 round map for sure. We could have gone there, but yeah, I mean, LAG able to win that one.
Protocol,
they
LAG must suck at Protocol.
In a row, and then
holy
defense to close it out.
Absolutely. Well, we get ready for Skyline. Maybe going to be going to a rewind search and destroy. We've got 4 matches to bring you today. It's, you know, our 2025 season. It's day 1 of a long season.
W
4
Arcane.
matches every day this weekend. You know, we have the new online tournaments kind of into the mix. We've got the majors going on. We're traveling all over the world. Apparently, it's going to be fantastic. But this is just the first match, and so far, I mean, I don't know. Listen, let's be honest. Both of us thought this could be a 3-0 for Gentlemen when we first saw it. We didn't. That was kind of just not even going off the line. Just kind of what we thought, just based on the rosters and what we've seen in some scrims.
Yeah, I mean, you go off history. But
Yeah, you kind of have to.
it's a new game.
Yes, but you have to go off history to some degree. Like, even if we'll watch some scrims,
It's also
some
Skyline,
coaches or a stream here and there, like we're not seeing everything at this point. But there's only one that I really had watched with. What?
I don't know if he has a jersey.
I thought that.
It's probably he doesn't have one. He's the main card guy.
What the LAG side and
Yeah, I might rage tweet about the scoreboard.
I thought it was gonna be a better showing in the respawns, but still
Might rage
they gotta
tweet.
bounce back here though if they're gonna get it to a map 5. They can do that. They look really good in that map.
Yeah, I'm sure the devs are gonna get on that right away if you do that.
Get the gunny up.
Yeah, I think when they see my tweet, they'll get on it.
Like there is opportunity to find good
Hey, my pick's still in, Bo. It's been an hour and it's only through map 3.
What is it right now?
We don't play with dynamic map elements on
Damn.
in the CDL. So
Yeah, that's what,
you can't
this
close
game is
the doors and make
massive.
that impenetrable, right? But yeah, you're looking at your P2 and P4s, but I think the difference will be
This other game is supposed to start at 4:30.
31 from lanes, 32 from near out. We'll be fifth and chilling.
That's not gonna happen. Come on, Octane.
Rage tweeting. I'm sorry, bro, but we had a broken scoreboard for all of last year. Last year, the scoreboard was broken the whole time. We had a whole off season to make sure the scoreboard.
Listen, thank you, MW 2019 for doors.
Yeah.
But we get ready now to continue on our best of 5. First to 3 obviously gets the victory. Can be done here in the hard point. Can be 3. Respawn wins for Rock.
Okay, here we go.
And the series win if they're able to do it there. Coming out so strong in the respawns, but yeah, again, they've been so tight. Some little mistakes, some little clutch moments, and your gentlemates, you might be on the other side of this. You might already have a series victory and a chance to win both respawns, but now you got to do it. We are going to be hopping out real quick and back in just because, unfortunately, the teams are on the wrong sides again.
Oh my God.
So I don't know who we're yelling at. Could be the players' fault, coaches, admins. I don't know, but
That's awesome to hear. It's like a whole nother community coming in.
Nah, we
man.
got pump fakes, bro. We got pump fakes. All right, Tom, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's fun. Like people keep coming in and saying Kotaga's got like 70,000 viewers. That's fucking incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
And they're representing like a whole like.
Just
Yeah,
wait.
Zuma.
Toxic French fans versus toxic Optic fans is gonna be great on the social network.
W crash out the
I don't know what
Mashi.
either one of them are saying.
Also, it's so many. It's crazy how many people are fucking betting on COD.
Yo, this guy's not. This guy's crazy. This jersey, bro.
Yeah, I'm dead ass, bro.
The face of the franchise is right here.
Obviously, play responsibly if you guys are playing.
Yeah.
This is face of the franchise, 100%.
You pick, baby W.
How you guys doing today? It's these two, because you built around him. You built around this guy.
I need Big Brucey to dismantle the Boston Breed. Big Dashy fan for the next series. Big Dashy fan.
Big Dashy fan.
Dude,
He only needs like 50.
Symbols, I thought you helped Tom with the pick.
I did.
Tom didn't say that.
Right, with a sneak peek at El Stuckler military rifle.
Tom,
New rifle, it's me $400 million.
Now we're back again.
Literally fucking
Back again, actually.
Guess who's driving?
Did I get an ad? W Rockstar?
Sure. Dude, that's Scumpy's house. You think he crawls in those vents?
I think that's where Methods lives.
That probably is Method's apartment. Like, within his house? Yeah. Pays rent?
Obviously.
He can fit in those vents now.
This is, I think somebody's gonna drop the first 50 bomb of the day. I think it's gonna be
That's true,
Lynch.
true. Fitness grind, Joe. They call me Lance Baldstrong. Hitting the pellets off.
Lance Baldstone. That's good. That's common. Lance Baldstone.
Last I checked, no.
W Maven, bro.
I'm gonna check now, though. Oh, God.
Lance Baldstone.
Oh, we're
That's
having some
good.
fun here. Nobody in the point for now. Not a whole lot of time earned, but everyone kind of battling now for this P2 that is upcoming. And what are you seeing so far on the minimap with regards to the upcoming?
Yeah, you kind of just saw those parallel spawns there from 2 and 7. That's what can make this map tough. Like, there's just some openings where you're thinking you're blocked in a spawn, or that they're spawning on one side of the map, and then there's just parallels. You get shot in the back. Your setups are breaking up, but you do have the spawns right now if you are Gentlemates. You do have pressure, though, from Estriel. It looks like he's trying to sneak on through, and he does. He finds one. He's trying to find
Oh, he gets two. Estriel is big. Estriel gets three.
He gets the third as well.
Oh my God.
Spawn flip onto P2.
Listen, Estriel only had like 25
There you go,
damage in the map 1. Like half a lot of the other lobby, but he had some big multi-kills and rotations late in that hard point. Now making his presence known. He also started like 6 and 17 or something. It was not a great start for him in the map 1. Coming out much better here. A great triple to maybe get them going
And they
early,
block.
but you battle back in
Instant
if you are
break.
Gorilla Mates.
Estriel does all the work and they break. Holy.
And this is just what I kind of mean. Obviously, you have good spawns, but it is just relentless pressure that you are
Neo's
fighting.
gonna
There's a
get
lot of
peace.
different openings, even on this P2. It's one of the hills you
Okay,
can get a lot
Estriel.
of time, but you have
That's
to watch
the
piano
Estriel.
hop, the zip
That's-
line, 2
there we
back
go.
staircases, top hall. We only have 4 players, so it can just be tough if you don't get
He
a
looks
clean
like he's
4
just a
dead.
chill guy.
So you battle back in if you are Gentlemates.
I hate life. I'm sorry.
You're only down, what, 10 or so seconds, and now you're set up there at P3.
One of those ones could be tough to get those full holds, get those 45,
You think the
50
referee's in there,
seconds.
but
It's gonna be
hey,
battle.
we're letting
Nice
Minnesota
little
win.
snap there from Narrow to finish off the kill with
Make
a
it close,
headshot.
though.
And once again, fighting.
There's
in
no
the
way
point
COD
will be
scripted,
rough.
right? It's really hard to
Narrow,
script
the subs doing
Estriel's
such a
piecing
great
dude.
job up front. Just alleviating the pressure kind of
Estriel's
from their
got
back
9.
line, doing the dirty work, getting
Lincoln
the time,
9.
winning
Holy
the
crap.
fights.
The question is just going to be how long do they want to hold here? Because you want to flip for P4. That you want those right side spawns. It's just when are they going to go? But so far, they did this on Vault. They just held a setup. Didn't get too antsy like on that P1, and that's where they found it. Already around 30 seconds. Great for P3, but
They
there
flip.
it spawned right
They flip.
behind them. Does Skies and Kismet able to break.
Yeah, sometimes teams just get a little too focused on your
Well,
money
no,
hills.
no, man, they
and
did
just,
flip,
yeah,
and they
give
didn't.
up a ton of time, like we just saw there. Like, you can battle it through your non-money hills. I mean, yes, are they typically the easier ones to hold? The easier ones to hold spawns? Yes, but it's not like you can't find time in other hard
get
points.
Estriel some
It is
help, bro.
possible. As we've seen a couple of times now for Rockers kind of doing it the dirty way. It was another multi-kill for Estriel before he
Okay,
fell.
Gio.
It's just a spawns. That's huge. Gio wins that next gunfight. Spawns his teammates up, so immediate pressure from Nero, Paul, and Estriel to get them off the hill.
There were 3
Oh my
down, so I
God,
was
dude.
thinking they're spawning out, and I'm like, nope, never mind. Just comes down to a gunfight. And now, because you put so much into like setting up, right? And you get broken pretty early. You're going to be down, what, 75? Somewhere in that ballpark?
Unless you can get a break. You
Yo,
know, what stuff about
SGP
P4 is
17.
Not only, I mean, obviously you have the good spawns. There's a lot of different places you go, but there's a lot of corners in this hill. You can hop on the sink, you can be in the shower, the tub, the toilet.
Oh,
There's
and
a
then
lot
Lynn.
of places, but Lynn's deals with all of them.
Lynn says like, let me
The
do
toilet,
it.
the shower,
I
the
got
counter.
this one. Watch me.
He's got it all.
Ninja nasty
And
everywhere.
pushes in the back.
And it's against the mating gorillas.
Okay.
That's impressive stuff, Joe. I've watched
The
him play
mating
there,
gorillas.
but I don't know all the details. Lynn's another multi.
Oh my God, Lynn.
God. Dialed in.
Another
triple
3,
there
6
for
straight.
Lynn's. He's on 6 straight. Picking them apart. That was a thing of beauty. That's the type of plays you're going to see from this young man. But they need to get some time.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's just his teammates aren't in a position
Lynn
to get
got
on the
7
hill.
straight.
So you're still holding on to this 50 or
Oh,
so
Kismet
point
killed
lead.
him.
There's going to be the break, and they're going to
Before
get the
that.
flip. So nice chance here for LAG to get back into the game.
Down 50, trying to make the rally.
It's the Bulldog.
Maybe to make some plays. We'll have to
They
Priestess
lined up.
POV from
Alex
top.
is
He
in
gets
the
ripped a
and they
bit.
lined
Wins
up.
one though.
Got
Lynn's
two.
able to take out the second now. Lynn's leading the lobby at 19 and 10. Nice strafe. Nice gunny there from Kiz. He can't get away with his life though, so the pressure going to be flooding through the bottom side of the map. You see it start to come forward. Lynn's is going to be the next one up the bat. He's got the angle. How many can he actually get? No multi-kill this time because one slides by behind him. Priest can't get the trade either, and he's got
Neo's
more
got to call it
close
out.
by. He's at least able to take
Neo,
that one.
don't push this Neo anymore.
Both teams are just fighting for position. Nobody's really even been in the hill. But Priesta with the 5 spree, with the AMS.
Look at Priesta.
Giving all this
P-Dog's still saying it's me, bro.
Buys enough time. So the stuns, the nades come in. Unfortunately, they hit him, but they are about to take the lead.
Yeah, I mean, it was looking ugly for a bit. They got into that 60, 70-point hole. Excellent job battling back,
Yo,
though.
Lynn's
And now
is
we've got
piecing.
well, basically a
Holy.
tie game. 1 point
Oh,
separating
Esther's
for
missing
Rocker,
though.
finally able to get in, but I mean, you'll take that if you're
Lynn's on 2.
You give up the final 20 seconds, maybe it's not that big of a deal, but screw it. You're able to battle back in and just get
Priest
that
was
time as
responsible
well.
to.
So
Holy crap.
we now get ready for the next rotation. You'll have early control. This is where Rocker got a lot of time last time.
1's on 3, 1's on 2. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
I mean, they just sort of held a normal setup here. They didn't overpush. They tried to make sure they didn't flip. The one time they did get broken, it was because like they got some split spawns.
This weapon came was
LAG.
sick.
They're starting to hold strong. There's the pressure, though, from Priestess, Skies, and Kiz.
It's Kiz,
They're
bro.
going to find the 3, and Kiz is trying to dart on forward to flip the spawns. He's able to do it. You see where Skies spawns on up, but now he's just on one-on-one. Able
Oh
to
my God.
finesse. Great
3
play
dead,
out of Kiz.
4
and
dead.
Wins with another triple.
Yeah, we're seeing, Kiz kind of shake one out of his shoes, but then Lynn's another play. And that's what I mean. Maybe the
4
players
straight,
are
bro.
really going to thrive here.
Kismet's on 3.
You shoot, get up, you shoot.
4.
Let him get into a groove. Like, we know he has that kind of talent. He wants to play with some pace. Priest having a solid map as well. Skies will get picked
Zio's
there
getting
off
shit
the
on.
desk. The
Skies
try
getting
straight
shit on.
now for Kiz. Another for Priest can't take the third with him.
Lynn's is feeling
With the
himself
killing,
right now.
like the slaying
He's
advantage.
like, oh yeah,
certainly
dude,
going
I'm knowing
to
he can.
LAG, but you're only up 15.
That's a big double by Nero because this allows them to get right into a fight near the hill, right? You don't have LAG setting up a layer, maybe pushing out bench,
Lynn's
but
with 2.
now it's Lindsay again with a multi-kill. He's
Kismet's
almost
on
up
the
to
6th
30.
streak.
They deal with that first wave.
When
Didn't
we
mean
first
to
looked
do that,
off his POV, like he was just diving back there, I thought he was dead to rights. And his 2 headshots pop up for him. He is shooting right now. Kid's still on this same streak. Trying to maybe get that Hellstorm, not able to pop up. Still weak, can't win the fight. So pressure to the back line and Priest and Skies, and they're able to deal with it. This has been what, kind of like 3 straight hard points you've really.
I want to see what everyone's
put together
reaction
if
is
you're
to
LAG.
Lynch at the end of this.
Rocker really need to kind of slow the bleeding somehow. This is going to map 5.
Yeah, they're going to
It's
go for this
over.
one last time. And I mean, with P1 coming up, that works. But Skies is watching the pinch. Linz is out through the vents. Skies just trying to stay.
I mean, Ezio did
Almost
everything he
wins that
can. No one
gunfight.
else
So,
helped
I
him.
mean, you break up 10 or so seconds. And you have P1
Paul X
control
is
your
actually
hat,
not cooking
but
right
Priest
now.
rips Nero away from that spot.
Let's see if anyone can get some time here. Kiz just tries to tuck in on the corner. Can't quite snap the second. I thought maybe gonna take out 2. Skies has got his help from top.
Priest is
balcony,
on
though.
4.
And 80 seconds here, kind of devastating to the Rocker side. LAG just getting closer and closer to victory. Now over the 220 mark. Priesta.
Lynch
Just
has
using
no
the hot
2.
tub as best
3.
he can. Lynn's got another one. Another
Oh my God.
triple. I think his fourth.
That's
that
4.
He's had within this
4
match.
triples.
32 and 17 out of the young man. Well, they kind of want to find their replacement for Hydra. God, maybe they've got it. Maybe he'll be finding that kind of form. It's big shoes to fill, but he's doing it right now on this map at least. Now just
Guy's kind of kicked up. He's on 4
win.
streak.
Kismet trying to push out the cut, able to drop one. Still, the time is there, the tick is there. LAG able to win it here. You've got to get in, you got to contest it. They are able to for a split second, so the tick doesn't come through. You've got a chance now, but you've got to be flawless for
On, you have to get every single second here. If you're Minnesota, you can still win, but you need every single second.
They're just gonna hop on P3, right? But
next 2 hills. That's 100. That's 120 seconds.
They're gonna find a second.
Paulus is not reading it.
One, and then just the repositioning, the finesse.
Oh wait, they know he's there.
You see where the players spawn. Estriel all the way out, trying to get back into it. Here it comes.
And
Lins. Guess what? He's gonna
Lins.
double. We're headed to a game 5.
Woo. He put up, what, 38, 36, something in the ballpark. We'll take a look at the scoreboard, but he was a walking multi-kill. To be fair, we talked about that same thing in some of the search rounds.
I said, thank God, see, why? You got Paco. Like, we got Paco, we're good.
Those rounds here, it was on full display. And that's what I think they're hoping to get a more consistent outing of. Like, they get that type of lens, whew.
Yeah, I mean, that's really it. That's why they went with him.
Yeah,
We joke about it, but it's sort of, let's rebuild that formula that we had with, what, an MW2?
Yep. Try to rebuild that formula, and he ends up, 35. And Priest, I mean, we were kind of going back and forth between those two because they were absolutely frying. You love that Ada Priesta, who's kind of that, Swiss Army knife, jack of all trades, guy's able to do it all, but like we know how talented he can be when he's in the right system and he puts up a map there to finally get a respawn win on the board for LAG. A tough map on the other side for, well, really several of the Rocker players, but Nero kind of puts up a dud, couldn't get anything going.
I mean, it was a 14-point game, and then it wasn't. I mean, you just see 3 hills in a row where they had 28 points. I mean, they did a great job, much better that P3. Did LAG, and then flawless at that P4.
Yeah,
and that was off of Lynch. Like, that was off of Lynch's.
They had it. Minnesota had it. It was 110-50. Minnesota just plateaued. I mean, they couldn't get a kill.
It felt like, it was 3-4 straight hard points where he pops a triple. Okay, yeah, that's gonna change spawns or give you a little breathing room on the hard point. That absolutely works. But so far we've just seen Vault and Skyline. Now we're gonna head out to Rewind. That'll be search and destroy for our map 5. We had a bit of a restart.
My pick is still in. Minnesota needs to win that.
Mostly Genomates handled. I know there were a couple maybe slipped away from both teams, so they got a 6-2 victory.
No, I mean, it was a great search and destroy. I think Rewind going to be a little bit different than Vault, right? I mean, it was just retake after retake, but we shall see.
We'll see how it goes, but that is it for our first 4 maps. We got one more to come. The big map 5 here between LAG and Rocker. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this quick break.
The camo's actually fire. Oh, it says easy. Oh no. Got fun that stupid thing so LAT's playing my stuff. I don't know, bro. Map 5 first game. I mean, chat. This jersey is fire. I mean, the jersey. I want those two things, but they're like $100 each. So if someone's watching that, wants to buy me a thing.
Hello there, beautiful people. Welcome back.
W Merc, W
Ready to
Maven.
get back to the action. Joe is just checking out Gotaga's stream, having a watch party over there. Viewers are popping off. Let's see kind of the French support that's coming in now for the Gentlemates as they push this to a map 5 with a big victory there on Skyline. Austin, the best they've looked in a respawn so far, certainly. Yeah. Chance to win the first
and
two.
again, they had like setups for it in map 1, just a couple of mistakes, or this would probably be done, but that's going to happen early on.
No, 100%. Just trying to kind of fix the mistakes, and yeah, it's just different. You listen, you scrim stuff, the atmosphere is different.
Yeah, SEO kind of cooked
here
it
kind of
too.
online, and then that is different from what you're going to experience once you get to land and the different tiers we kind of have of this. So trying to work out the mistakes, get the fundamentals in and on point, and excited to continue on forward. But smiling, I think right now is LAG and Lens, because he just had a hell of a map.
Yeah, they have a really tough series, LG. They have Carolina, Optic, and New York. I mean, this is a very big stretch.
I don't know, kind of a softer schedule, a harder schedule, when they have a chance to maybe have a better start at a major. This one, looking difficult in spots.
Yeah, I think that middle 5 could be tough.
This is gonna be hard.
Even Rocker going to a game 5. Still have to see this new Carolina roster, but yeah, then you have Thieves, Optic, Cloud9, Ultra. Not sure yet about Falcons. We'll see them in a couple of matches, but yeah, the middle stretch. At least, you have a break there after the Optic match.
That's true. That's true. Because we'll have kind of that break.
They could let Jimmy go 1-4 or 1-5.
Teams
probably gonna go like 2 or 3. They probably take this one.
Before the break, right after the break.
Right now,
things will change. Sometimes it can be
going off of the last S&D, LEG's winning. They're probably go win.
Separates our players from some other
probably beat Carolina and probably beat Vegas, but they lose to the Thieves, Optic, and Cloud9. They may even lose to Carolina. It's a tough stretch.
Here we go. Final one as we're tied up 2-2.
Double time.
Offense first. 2K's made the boys. And here we go. Gonna swing out, top in the corner. Is there only one? Quickly
wait, Estrio's behind Sky.
Here in Estriel, so we go 2 for 2. Quickly into a 2v2.
And this is what I mean with Search and Destroy in this title. I mean, just kind of where that A bomb site is, you are going to be fighting 15 seconds into the round.
Gio's gotta get out.
Because now it's all down to Priesta trying to find the trade on the Gio, and he does. Able to find the first, but
Ezreal
there with the PDW to give them that round 1 win.
Ooh, he's like coming out of a YY. I thought he snapped, so he stopped like center of the chest there, but just doesn't get gun up in time to really give himself a chance. Ezreal, I mean, God, he's had some clutch moments. He started out with a huge big play in that map 4. I know they ended up getting blown out, but you've seen the flashes of individual brilliance.
You know, I mean, with Lynn kind of playing the way he did in map 4, this is what you would want in round 1, right? Like your subs to kind of just slow him down, win the round for you.
We'll get that first one done. Yeah, they didn't find a lot of success in the first search. Like, well, it was 6-2. Rocker just trying to get anything positive going in this map 5 search and destroy. Gio trying to spot from up top. Kismet able to push that out.
Gio's gonna watch behind him.
Blood for LAG. Now we'll see if maybe they can connect on the nades and push behind that. Not able to hit though.
What's tough now?
They gotta make a play. Minnesota's gonna make a play. They're trapped. They know where they are. No,
you have
general direction. Oh.
But you're kind of just in a really tough spot. You don't have a lot of room to work with, I guess, if you are Rocker right now. Plus, you're down a man. Sky's gonna find some info, but it should just come down to this 1 versus 1 here. Kids, though, just gonna back away, not over Chow. Goes right back to it.
Oh, good job just getting out.
Oh
my God, Risey jumps over. One comes through the door. Lynn's able to pick up that kill. Now trying to swarm in behind another. He will get another.
Oh my God, Lynn.
Another. Dial up a triple again.
Lynn
continues to make plays.
I mean, dude, this guy.
This guy, Steph Curry, just hit 3 after 3 after 3.
Yeah. I mean,
they can't stop him.
I was gonna start
He's
like
fine.
a multi-kill record in match 1.
It feels like it. Usually we're talking about multi-kills. We're talking about like doubles, right? Like you get those consistently. It's not usually this many coming in 3s. Let's see it one more time from Lenz. Gets great timing on the first. Common from the second. Then this one's the one where I think he's caught, but just a little bit of an awkward, like he kind of slides into him, tries to slide back, able to take it.
Oh, the heavy B.
Beautiful stuff there to get that win. Now we get into our 3rd round.
And while it's a bit of a slower route here over for LAG, they're going to head towards this B-bomb. It's been all A's so far, and now it should just come down to a retake if Kiz wants to plant it right away. But courtyard control over to Paul. Linz is the man worried about the flank. In Nero, that could be a huge 1v1, but they've just kind of stopped. They've got 18 control and just kind of sat here. They have not planted yet. They want to maybe force them to overcommit. And well, they're able to find that pick down to Gio.
Oh, Ezreal maybe shots into 2.
And Paul and
can't actually get a kill. Now the 2 versus 4. Ezreal and Nero.
Wait.
Goes over the wall. Can he get one at least? Can he get away with his life? Gets one, but can't get away. Nero next up the bat, but can't catch them through. It's been a couple of awkward timings here.
Oh my God.
For your players on Rocker, but they were in a 2 versus 4 hold. Not a whole lot to work with. So it's back-to-back rounds now for LAG, and they're up 2-1.
And that's just kind of what this map is. Like, sometimes, like, you think you have a clear lane, and there's just, like, a bookshelf or a dumpster. Like, and they hit a slide, and you don't get a kill. Right?
Yeah.
Like, there's just objects.
Just stuff.
There's stuff. Yeah.
No, that's why, yeah, it seems so awkward. It just seems like a quick trade's going to be there. They're like, oh, they got behind this. They got behind that. Like, just not quite able to catch one before they get out. Because I thought, like, twice Ezreal might get 2. It's the slides, too. Like, yeah, you go flying by. Well, Lynn's 4 in a row. Starting out at 4-1. They got this 2-1 edge. Now see if they can do this on defense. Kismet was really taking so much space in their last defensive round. Making it so difficult, but they do get the bomb planted A this time. Much better position for Rocker. You have a 4v3 and bomb planted. Better than 3v4 and no bomb planted.
I was going to say, I mean, it kind of looked like LAG were playing for the retake, but Skies gets picked. Now it's a 3 versus 3.
Oh my God, Linz.
A great snap onto Nero, but watch number 5, Paul, could be the difference here. He's able to sneak down through. He's able to get that. Immediate trade from Gio. So they were down a man, but they hit a couple of routes, and they know you have to work this defuse, but Paul wins the gunfights.
Ooh, they made it interesting. Made it interesting. But ultimately,
Guys
Rocker, they do close it out.
Yeah, I mean, that's just one of those things. It felt like LAG were playing retake A, but Skies gets caught as soon as that bomb is being
Well, they took it
planted.
from a 3v4 to a 3v2 though, pretty.
Yeah, no,
but before Paul made the play, yeah, it was 3v2. Okay. I thought that was going to be the round we were probably going to highlight. Is being one maybe Rocker threw a way to lose this, but nice play from Paul.
They all have.
Get to even it up.
I think they're all assholes, right? Oh, Minnesota is assholes. It looks like.
Back and
It
forth
looks like
we
they
go with
came
this
heads
round
as
5.
different year with most things.
Or this map 5
Published.
and round 5.
There you go.
Nero just getting across, like 30 HP. Lens. Car out. Looking for his opening. Dun, 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 dun. Well, we lost it for a second. We're back on to the car cam.
And Charizard, this is all just info, right? You're 3-ping behind objects. He's basically just clearing a lane for Kismet to plant this bomb. Finally does get caught, but bomb planted. So job done with the RC car.
Yep. Just 3-ping for info, as you said. And they know they have the planted. Now what can they do on this 4 versus 4 hold?
They've given up a lot of position here.
Yeah, they really backed it on up. Played it real safe, huh?
Oh,
to make them come to them.
here we
Well,
go. Neo gets the first
pushing
kill.
the pace, that's for sure. Kismet gets ripped down to 28 HP. They're on
They
it right
fused
now,
it.
though. We hop out for a second. Still
They
on
fused
it,
it.
holding
Meant
it,
to the one.
and winning it. And yeah, that's the first thing you said. Like, they gave up an awful lot of
That
space.
was really bad
But
defensive.
they
That's a
all
lot of
just kinda
space they
back
give
out of
up.
that and play it from pretty passive angles.
Yeah, and I mean, I think where it was planted, maybe they were thinking around RV, or maybe they have nade spots, but they just lose a couple of the initial gunfights.
Well,
and then someone's got to run and check the bomb.
Well, it didn't even seem like they lost him right away. They just got tagged up to the point they had to back
Yeah,
up
they
and give up
backed up.
angles. Yeah, like
Oh,
even
look
if they
at
didn't die, like it's the same. It gave up a lot of space. Even more space
WCL
than they'd already
cameras.
done. Because what, Kids got ripped down at like 28. We saw another POV where he got fried.
Then you're just hoping. I mean,
Then you start to
don't
panic.
know. Yeah, you
Yeah.
panic.
Yep.
Start to run forward. You get caught. Nice retake there by Rock.
I saw your face here. Like, the viewers can't. You're like, they give up a lot of space. You're like rolling your eyes basically.
Well, I was just thinking maybe they had some plan that I didn't know about.
Yeah, well, the plan was to lose the round. Unfortunately. Kismet wins that one.
That's what I mean, man. Like, the player's out. It just disappeared, vanished.
This is the holes in the wall. Like, someone's got to patch that. Get some 4x4s. I don't know. What's that stuff called? Caulk? Is it called caulk?
Caulk,
Yeah, they need to get some caulk in there. Unbelievable.
Okay,
He's already
maybe.
got the first blood.
I think those are for like tiny holes. That's not gonna work.
There's not enough caulk for that in the world, is there, Joe?
Okay.
That's fair.
They know bombs down. I think this one. I think this one goes to LAG. Once Neo can make a play, gets the timing of.
But it's kind of the slowest
Oh,
little
he
we've
knows.
had in this with like no bomb plan or anything. It's similar actually, well, like 3 rounds ago when, or sorry, 4 rounds ago when you had like the 3v4 and they couldn't really do much. Like you lose a player early, you don't have bomb, it becomes so difficult.
But Nero gets thrown.
Nero.
Wow, he finds it, almost gets the third, but it makes this winnable.
Oh my god.
Oh my. Oh my.
For Rocker.
Nothing happens for like 45 seconds and then Nero strikes. Skies.
Neo
Now
got
he
two,
is
that was
trying to
big.
clutch up 1v2. You don't want to let this one slip away and suddenly you're in a 2v4 in the round count. Just looking for info. Time dwindling. Spots one in the corner without just able to win it. Knows the challenge.
Oh, it's Skies.
It's Skies. Wins the 1v2.
What happened?
Not even phased.
He's been doing that for a long time.
My Discord's going off. What?
Oh, what a read. What a clutch. Skies brings it to 3-3.
And I don't know what the initial setup was in the 4-on-3, but I mean, Nero just can't cross the street and get to it. Yeah.
It's like, did they almost just like get like bored or get lazy? Like it just took so much.
Maybe they just didn't think he was already dumpster in that position, but.
Well, Skies tucks 2 away in the dumpster here. Woo!
I mean, just a great read onto Geo. Ready for that next gunfight.
Geo's shot just like all right behind him. What a clutch there from Skies. 3-3. And that, I mean, you
And
clutch
then
up
gets
'cause you had a
made.
4v3. That one nearly got away.
I hear a car.
Who's calling?
Cars driving around everywhere. Kismet's terrified.
I was terrified.
Car's been destroyed.
They did a first blood off a nade from Linz. So now they're just slowing down. They're just trying. We kind of saw this earlier, over towards that B bomb after a first blood, where they just kind of waited to see what does Rocker do. Trying to catch them, maybe trying to flank, hit an opening. Now maybe time to work this A objective with the trophy.
Here's the cross to the plant. Gets it down. And doesn't quite get out.
US
Nearly gets out, but nice pick there from Estro.
Gio's behind him.
3 versus 3. One for Gio as well. They have numbers suddenly. One tucked away in the corner. Can't win that.
Oh.
It's all on Paul. Priest has got his position. Priest has got the kill. I thought nearly the movement going to catch him, but they take it.
I mean, almost again, though. Like, it's another round where...
They're stressful rounds. Stressful.
Yeah, they are stressful. Yeah. And, I mean, this map just kind of creates that. Again, like, even the middle street, it's not a clear line of sight, right? Like, there's flipped over cars, there's pillars, like... inside the store, there's 4 lanes for me. So it's just going to get messy at times and come down to individual plays. And the people making them are LAG.
Yeah, it's difficult to trade at times. It's easy to scurry away and perhaps make a crazy play. But LAG and Rocker going the distance here in our first series of the year. 1 round advantage now. Advantage back to LAG. We got another car out. And that'll be picked off the map. Feels like a lot of these offenses, Rocker is trying to get it done down a man. Can they get the first blood on offense? Nearly lose somebody there. Nero just gets away. He's so tagged up, he's worried the push is coming, and you do see them start.
Gio's gotta read this. Gio's gotta read this. The def, Gio doesn't read this.
They find the opening. 3 on the flank. Paul's worried about middle of the street, but they're in your spawn right now.
Yeah, good luck with this one.
Yeah, Paul's in advance, and now it's a 4
they got
versus
behind,
3.
He got
You
behind.
have to wait for
Gio
Skies, though. He's all the way defensive side.
No, hold on, Ezreal. Oh,
almost hits the double, but the stun connects.
If that stun doesn't hit, he gets another kill. He's back on that box, and he gets another one. Gio trying to use this
Gio
ability. He's able to get 2. Beautiful job dancing with the cover. Now it's on Skies and a 1v2 again. Can he clutch again?
Nope.
Not gonna happen this
Look at my shoulder. Come on.
Rocker
I'm gonna pick the ceiling, guys.
And a nutty one.
What even happened if I got on my
across the map? So it was pretty much you had the first blood, but Skies is thinking someone is going to push on through towards the defensive side, try to maybe just flip the map, but they didn't. They stayed on the left side of the map, went for the trades, and this is all Gio, as you said, just staying alive behind the car.
It's not a Civic. There's nothing like a Civic.
Nothing like it.
Not at all. I don't know. It's the first car that came to my mind. I'm not sure what to tell you. I'm not a car guy.
What price is this thing?
It's a great, reliable car.
Yeah, Ant would know what it was. He's a car guy. Not me. 4-4 now. It's round by round. We go.
Did I not do the winners?
Passive offense here so far out of LAG. As they've gotten a couple first bloods off of nades, really to open things up. They've done a great job getting first bloods on offense.
Can we see where Esriel is? Yeah, there we go. Thank you, observers. You guys are the best.
Oh, Esriel and Kids, who's gonna win that?
What, 2 teammates watching?
Kids making the move.
And he's just watching this cross, and there we go. Just a great shoulder.
Yep.
Kid's gonna back away. Neither gonna over pursue. Here comes the teammates.
Yeah,
Esriel just flies on forward.
Yep. He just gets isolated once Kids gets the info. Another first blood on offense for Gorillas. Gio, can he use vehicles to his advantage again? Not this time. You get a pick on either side of it. You got numbers to LAG. Lintz trying to get the trade. Dips away, pre-fires.
Lost him.
Wow, 9 HP. Barely wins that one.
Well, Gio's trying to run at him. They have to plant a bomb. 10 seconds left. Just trying to find Gio.
Gio needs to back the fuck up.
How Gio knows. He maybe thinks they're going towards A. A bomb planted over at B.
Yeah, he catches him and gets out. Probably winning this round, but now still opportunity to do so. Can Gio clutch up in the 1 versus 2? Coming hot off that 1v2 gunfight win in the last round. Eyes on both. Not gonna happen. 1 round closer. Now is LAG.
Come on, Minnesota, I need my pick.
Esriel just ran forward there. I thought he was just going to back up to his teammates.
Like after he got spotted by Kids, you mean, at the beginning of the round?
Yeah, I mean, he just starts to back up and then challenges that next wave. And if you're going to do that, you just have to let your teammates know.
Yeah.
So that they can hopefully follow you up. Instead, he gets isolated. Gives him that man advantage.
Yeah, Ezreal fucked it right there. If Ezreal didn't back up and go and I went to his teammates, he doesn't die in minutes, so he might take that. Actually, probably take that round. They had a really good set though too.
If you are Gorillas, mate.
That's just a weird name.
Close this one out.
You village mate.
Gio nearly gone. Hit the 25 HP, but
I think no creativity in that name.
We'll see how Rocker try to execute this, Joe.
I mean, we know this LAG team, they love their nades. Always have. Those extra details is a part of the reason why they've been in back-to-back World Championship finals. Almost catches Gio there right off spawn, but yeah, 4 versus 4.
Saw a lot of that last year, that's for sure. They were on Subladder's side.
Oh, Estrio gets it.
Estrio with the big first blood.
Trying to find the wallbang, yes, Kiz.
Plants going.
Oh, you got the best player. You might win this because of that.
Skies does get a pick to give him a chance here to 3 versus 3. Can he get away with his life? Just barely scurrying away, but Skies is able to get out. So big one there from him. Great job playing his life. But now where's your opening going to come from? Well,
Nero. Oh, Neo and Gio. Oh, there you go. Come on.
Happen. All on Skies now. 1 versus 3 this time. But it's looking like around 11.
Yeah, Paul actually getting red like a motherfucker. He's like.
There's not much time to work with. He spots another one though.
Oh, did you see him? Nero.
Nice job, just back it up, making him.
Okay, come on, one more, please.
Against him.
Come on, Minnesota.
1v3.
I need Boston to take a surge against Arctic. I don't know how well this is opening.
Yeah, you gotta love that. Starting off with a banger.
And I mean, Nero, he was watching that pinch. I think he sees Kiz inside of Jen's towards that.
Did Gio see him?
It just hits the timing on him.
Yeah, I thought Kiz was getting out, honestly, like from his POV, but
did Gio see him? That's my question.
A 1 round to determine our match victory here for LAG and Minnesota Rocker. It's going to be offense out for Rocker. We got a car out here in the round 11. There'll be Skies. One of the best drivers in the land. I have no idea if that's true.
Sure, why not?
Just getting as much info as he can.
Pollux got back up.
Off by Pollux.
A's wide
He's
open.
Been playing deep, kind of watching that mid street.
A is wide open. They gotta go plant.
This just might be another A retake. The way both these teams are playing. This guy's just trying to hit the wall bangs. He hits a couple of players now. A trophy down. Yeah, 45 seconds ago. Starting to see that bomb move towards A.
Maybe trying to give himself a one-on-one ball in the back, but Kiz gets ripped up a bit. He backs out. Bomb plant going down now.
So clearly,
like
Minnesota look at
it. Here. Kiz wants to challenge, catch one.
Oh, that's 2.
2 players.
Oh, that's 3.
Can't do it. It's
3 dead.
Skies again.
Oh my god, this guy, Minnesota, my picture on baby. Let's go.
Round 11.
Let's go, baby.
It is a tight one. Some frustrations there from LAG.
LAG looks good, but Rocker looks very good in the clutch.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Great game for them. Just staying alive, keeping all the maps close, and then clutching up in this map number 5, and even in that round 11. I mean,
yeah, I had to.
Taking space. Like LAG, they just had no info on the bomb plants, right? You saw Kiz trying to find, you know, a couple of wall bangs, but that was really.
Dude, my pick on. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, he did. Like Skies was trying to get info from like.
You have a couple of solo chows, but that's really it.
As good as they looked kind of in the vault search, it didn't seem like that same level of comfort was really there yet. But I think that's what we're going to see. Like, teams are going to have a couple of
I said Rocker wins too. I got to do. Look at that.
Everyone tries to improve in that particular mode. But really what sets the tempo is Rocker winning a couple of respawns early. They win the 1 and 3.
Bing, bing, bing,
they
bing,
get advantage in this series. They're able to close it out in the map 5. There were some brilliant moments on the other side from Lens. Some really some great moments from Skies. Kiz had his spots, but like Rocker get the victory. And like, no one really jumps off the page for me that much from like an individual standpoint. Just every guy kind of had their good team effort.
Most of them, like, we couldn't really see the stats, but I think what jumps out to me is like the multi-kills from the subs, right? I think Estriel and Nero really had some impact moments.
Big
some impact moments, and they get a series victory. So hell of a start there for Rocker to break down the first series and get ready for the next. We'll kick it back to the desk.
Dang, Maven looks like a model these days. And what a series! Black Ops 6 is off to a fantastic start.
New team, same suck.
11, game 5. And not only are all 3 of us wrong, the community was wrong with us as well. Minnesota Rocker pulling off the first shocker of the season.
It's the first upset of the season of our first match that went to a game 5, round 11. You actually cannot make that up or a better way to start off the season. And I do have to tip my hat to Minnesota because again,
W Pick'em's mine still alive.
This LA Gorillas Gentlemates team is supposed to be. And Minnesota Rocker, even when they had that struggle in that map number 2, they bounced back to that map number 3 vault. Nero
Dude, my
showed
pick
some
is still alive. Look at
consistency
that.
throughout
I
this
picked
entire
Rocker
series.
to
I
win
know
that
the
3-2.
caster said maybe there were
Do I might know the ball. I might know ball.
putting out a star here for Minnesota Roster, but I think
Yeah, I'll be
for
back
me,
then.
it had to be Nero. He stayed consistent through a lot of these respawns and got them out of a lot of sticky situations.
Yeah, you know, I think throughout this series, what we learned about this Rocker team is they really can't compete. Something that I was concerned about was the situational awareness for them, like how it would be, because you have a lot of players who kind of individually play like the slaying player on their team, right? And you put them all on one squad, how will it work out? Well, we saw in the control and their back-to-back defenses, like just excellent plays, cleaning them up off of B every time they needed to. And then in this search and destroy, you know, they gave away a big clutch to Skies, the 1v2, but the tried and true slow plan offense to get the bomb down at A, we saw 5-5, how they developed throughout it and how they ended up clutching it up. Paul X on the street just putting shots down on the Skies. Eventually, you see right here, finally gets the kill on them, and then they slowly push up, get bomb down, and get Nero in a position to find 2 kills. Just excellently played by the Rocker, and maybe we have an underdog here.
Guys, you know what? I think that is the first time that I have personally witnessed Paul X win a CDL match. Paul, well done. Great stuff from Minnesota. It's great to see him going from challengers back into the highest level and finding a dub. We got time, though, for our scuff. Play of the game. Let's take a look at this one. Coming from the boy from Ohio. He goes by the name of Nero, and he opened up game 3 when it was all knotted up 1-1. Well, he opens up 9-2 to start control. What do you think of his performance on the SMG?
And this is what I talked about right when we were heading into it, is that they lost that vault 6-2. Like, they got it handed to them, and then they come into this control, and Nero's like, let me put the confidence and the momentum back to our side. He opens up with 7, a dominant offense by side of Minnesota Rocker, and then they go on to win 2 defenses.
They put
Big dubs.
a group of
Don't
slayers,
miss
and
Tony.
they got the job done today
My
against
pick is over there.
3/4 of the World Championship Subliners roster. We got to interview, though, a very special guest, and we have a very important question. Who is leading this team? Allie, when you saw the roster, you said it has to be Gio. I'm told he's going to be joining us live. Gio, are you there?
That'll be Gio.
Not here yet. He's coming, though, Nameless.
Yeah, I mean, Gio played great throughout the series as well. You know, I'm very surprised at their performance, especially in the search and destroy. You know, when you're going up against Team Gentlemates, formerly the New York players, that was their best game mode. Coming out different strategies, and they're comfortable in the chaos. Even finding that RC car
What was that?
to push up and make a play. It didn't matter. They just waited for
That
it.
round
So
lasted
Nero
a
leaves
minute.
the doors closed, so clearly the communication is there. Like, hey, guys, wait, slow down. We'll have our opportunity in this round. And sure enough, they did later. End up closing it out.
The interview is ready. Let's bring Gio in live. Congratulations, the first Black Ops 6 win here at the CDL. Tell me about the squad. How do we feel on opening night?
Man, we feel great. Our scrims have been going good, so we have a lot of confidence going through us. We all trust each other to play the game, and we won.
Gio, congratulations on this win. I mean, it is a proper upset. And I think you guys know that heading into this is a big way to start your season. When it comes to this roster, on paper, you know, I didn't see this coming. And so I kind of want to ask you what it was like to put this team together, kind of what came first, what the discussions were like, and how you guys are getting along.
Well, for one, we're getting along really well. The squad come down was me and Justice, rookies last year. We were a team of 2, and Rocket hit us up. And then DK became a free agent, so we automatically scooped him. And then we wanted to be good at search, because we know our respawns get really good. So that's when we picked up Paul, because he's been known for being really good at search and destroy. So we knew it was going to mesh really well once we did the squad.
Yeah, clearly that worked out. We see you guys in that game 5. Absolutely phenomenal. You know, a lot of people didn't really know where to rate you guys, even in the coaches poll. Like, people just didn't know how you would perform.
He's DK.
And you as well played like a vet in that
Oh, is that
series.
Nero?
Coming from year 1 to year 2, what do you think you learned most that's going to help you throughout this season?
Man, just playing with confidence, trusting myself, trusting my ability how to play that map correctly. Obviously, my coaches Looney and McGee from last year helped me out in my gameplay a lot to be good and consistent as a player. So just staying good, consistent, being a good teammate, and just hopefully keep going on with the winner.
Yo, Gio, if I play you again in ranked, you're going to lose this time, by the way.
No, I'm not.
That was
no, I'm
way
not.
too close, bro. I thought you guys were going to be buns because you only won by like 30. But hey, listen, you guys are nice.
Listen, man, it happens, bro. We're trolling. It happens.
So according to John Heyman, by the way, chat, One Soul is likely to make his decision this Saturday, Sunday.
Bose was lagging. Bose was actually
walks away with the first CDL
That's a
dub. I
2-0.
got to close it out here. Gio, thank you for joining us live.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That is Gio. That's Minnesota Rocker with the first win of the night. But we have 4
Big
matches
fucking
here on
dubs, bro.
opening day. And as we go to break, a quick reminder, we've got some special friends, and we hope to see you all at the Esports World Cup. The Esports World Cup officially the partner of the Call of Duty League. I read that one off my card. Here is the screen. Pumped to go back there July and August. The 3 of us were out there. We had a fantastic time.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to see what they do this time in 2025.
Man, it was a surreal experience.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, having another champs after champs is just absolutely incredible, and just more content and competitiveness for the Call of Duty fans, man. Get pumped for it. Hopefully we have for years to come, and I can't wait.
When we come back, Optic Texas, your world champions, put their title on the line as they face off against the newly retooled Boston Breach. Don't go anywhere. This is the Call of Duty League.
W, dude. I did it. I'm reading this correctly. She looks at it. Someone has the same ones as me.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
No, you. This is 3-2, 1-3, 2-3, 1-3. Mine are the same. Yo, Lynn's had a masterclass with him. I mean, first map 11, dude, round 11, dude. It's crazy. Oh, it's up. Bang, bang. Okay, we're looking at this. A red carpet from Minnesota, and they win it. Lynn's absolutely 113 kills from Lynn. How did you lose that? Ooh. Nero's not the MVP. Man. Yeah, Nero is. He definitely is. That map 3 was his MVP game. Do that. Gotta vote for MVP. No, it ended. Neo won the MVP. Oh my gosh. No, honestly, the map isn't. It's that. These are the maps. Wait. The 2-0 on hardpoint? How is that possible? You can bet now? You can. Skyline me one volver to so this one of these was definitely a pick because Optic usually tend to pick the weird maps. Because last year they picked what was it? Subbase, and they were really good at it. Like no one played that but them. And the Thieves ended up playing it. Thieves got okay at it. Yeah. Next match. Vegas maps in? Yep. Double Skyline. Vault Protocol Vault. So only 2 red cup maps. Are these not in? No. There will be probably like halfway through the first game. I'll give it a load though. My picks aren't going through. This is bullshit. I don't know. I might change up this one.
We're at the Call of Duty League, and we closed out the 2024 season with this team, Optic Texas, winning on home soil in front of a sold-out arena. What a tournament and what a finish as they take down the Subliners to wear the most recent crown.
7 years. It was 7 years since a championship was brought home to the Optic Texas camp, and they couldn't have picked a better year to do it with the addition of Kenny as well as Pred getting their rings for their first time on this organization.
Namus is going to tell you why they're great, but first, if you don't know them already, it's time to meet Optic Texas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like this. W Kenny. W Ant. W Boosie. Batman. L Ped. I don't like Ped. God, that's kind of cringe.
Love that new intro video, and everybody loves this lineup. Nameless, some quick questions for you.
Okay,
Who is the most clutch player on this team?
Ooh, I'm gonna go Dashy.
Who's the most entertaining player to watch?
I'm gonna go Shotzi.
Most consistent player?
Dashy once again.
Star player to watch and search and destroy?
Ooh, that is a tough one. I'm still gonna go Dashy. He was just great search clutches. He was their search player last year.
Final question: who drops most kills in their opening match?
Pred.
Going with Pred. Yep. I like those answers. That is a look at Optic Texas, a quick preview. On the other side, it's a new look for anyone who missed EWC for Boston Breach. They kept Snoopy. They reset everything else. They seem to retooled and found a squad that could find success here in 2025, Allie.
Which is funny, because when you look at the squad on paper, you don't think it works, but it's just one of those things that does. For the Boston Breach, they have a lot of, I want to say, firepower now. With the addition of Awakening, their slaying is going to go up a couple times fold. The biggest question, though, as everybody is asking, is we keep building around Snoopy. Is he going to show up and be consistent in the star player that they need him to be?
You mentioned Big Wig. Who else is Snoopy playing with? It's time to find out. Here's a look at the
W
Boston
Cammy.
Breach.
W Cammy.
Purge, Awakening, and Snoopy. Purge and Cammy are the other two here. And Nameless, since... yeah, last season, let's be honest. We started by hating on Purge. We were looking purely at his stats. Then we started watching his arrow and we're like, wait, this guy does the dirty work. He is doing the things that need to be done. How is he going to fit in with some great ARs like Cammy and Awakening?
Well, I'm thinking it should help, Snoopy a lot as his dual SMG as well. Just kind of learning from him, playing more objective-minded. But then when you talk about Cammy, he's got to be the leader for these guys,
Look at
he
that.
has championships. He has that history,
Right there.
so he's going to be able to rein these guys in. They're going to have to be good at respawn because the team is built to be a respawn roster. So that's what we're looking at in the hard point. And as Allie mentioned, the evolution of Snoopy is paramount to this roster's success. He has to be a Slayer.
Allie, we got our maps and modes. Talk to me about these teams and what you see happening across these five.
I'm just happy we're getting a little bit of a mix-up. We have red card here at the end of the series, should we get there, but we're opening up with three different. It's Skyline, Rewind, and Vault. As that opening hardpoint being Skyline, I obviously want to lean over towards Optic Texas being the favorite. This is a map that they are going to love. It is one of the smaller maps. It is close quarters and opportunities for players like Pred and Shotzi to get lost. So I'm leaning Optic Texas early in this series, but for Boston Breach, should they get to that red car, I feel like that map might favor their play style.
What is the meta right now? Do I have to run 2 ARs, 2 SMGs? Can you run multiple SMGs and flood everybody, all ARs? How do these maps play out in the best of 5? Who is best suited on which map?
Yeah, I think Optic is suited for any playstyle because they have the hybrid players. When you look at Pred, he was pulling out ARs left and right. Kenny can run SMG if he needs to.
I see it all.
Hill dependent. Skyline, you're going to see 2 SMGs the entire time. As you saw, Optic decided to get rid of Protocol in 2 different game modes, right? So that is a more AR dependent map. So curious to know if maybe that's one of their weaknesses. That's all we can really gauge at this point is looking to see what teams are getting rid of and trends.
On the flip side of that, though, for Boston Breach, to answer your question, there's a lot of flexes on that team. They're going to be a more AR-heavy roster. That's why I speak on Red Card near the end of the series being more favorable towards them, because there is so much pressure on Snoopy being that sole main SMG for this squad that I'm worried about the pacing.
We got 12 new teams here to start off the season. Optic returning with the usual lineup. Boston with the brand new one. We talked to all the coaches. Breaking Point asked them to rank the squad.
That's crazy.
Well, Vegas Falcons, understandable D. You haven't played against any North American or European talent outside of EWC. Boston Breach to be D down there. I feel like that's disrespectful.
I mean, is it though? They were really bad last year, right? But I mean, I guess when you put it like that, it is kind of. But how much merit does this really have when you see Rocker sitting down there in C? I mean, they thought that they were going to be very bad, and then you look over and Gentlemate's obviously above them, right? So I don't know how much you really want to put into this one, but I guess we'll have to find out.
Allie, you agree with that S tier though?
I do agree with that S tier. That LA Thieves, Lane Phase, I almost want to say New York should be a tier more above, maybe going over to that A side, but we'll see. Matches haven't really gone far.
We do have that Atlanta versus Toronto matchup, S tier versus A tier in the coaches poll. That is the final match on the night. This is match 2 of 4, and we also have Vegas Falcons playing Carolina after this. So jam-packed day of CDL, and 5 more games potentially coming your way. We're just waiting for the players to all get in the lobby and get things going. In the meantime, reminder, get your pick'ems in. And
Who's winning this?
0 for 4 as a community.
Optic.
Let's try and right our wrongs. Allie, I'll go first. Optic, Texas.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that one. I think we're all might go to, because I'm going to go for Optic Texas, which means we're going to set up for the upside.
I'm going to go with Optic Texas as well.
Yeah.
We get it right here. We get a clean sweep of loss last one.
Did you have to ask?
Can we tie it up at 1-1? It's time to find out. We send it over to Miles and Chance. Welcome back to America, Miles. You look great as Santa Claus.
Thank you very much, mate. It was a whirlwind trip, but we are now back, and I've managed
Look
to
at Miles.
out. But guys, bold picks on choosing Optic Texas to walk away with the series. Very, very brave indeed. But I'm really excited to see where this goes, Chance. We've got an opportunity for Boston to do the funniest thing they could do once again against this squad, but just want to see them play Black Ops 6. That's all I want. It's all I ask for.
Yeah, and you know,
I'm kind of excited for this. This is like a good matchup.
The reigning world champs, you should say, to the year, and they're going to be welcoming Boston Breach. It is going to be a very interesting team to watch, and frankly for Boston, I mean, they're just on their redemption arc, and there's no better team to strike against first than the reigning world champs, but this is going to be one hell of a series.
Always is. Well, we typically have an issue, let's say, with a team winning a world championship and their performance in the following season. Let's see if that is still the case for the boys of Optic Texas. The Skyline hard point to start off our series. A lot.
I said Optic winning 3-1.
Again, chance if they can be the team to
I think
walk
Optic
away with
loses
another
this
upset here.
but they win
The
everything.
squad that proved their worth of the Esports World Cup. Well, they managed to keep the learnings going, find further chemistry, and get even better at working together as a team. And what a test this one should be. Optic Texas, no small task.
No,
This
not at all.
is probably going to be the first
Very,
sweep.
very fun map to kick things off with. I know a reputation that this is just a blitz of a map. You play at a lightning pace, but we saw in the first series, like, you can slow it down from time to time. We'll see how the meta
Trades after
develops.
trades,
Right
you know.
now, the development just for Big Wake to pick
Big
up
Wake.
all 3 and get the time.
I just love how everyone was the final fight there. Everyone's got their sidearms out. It was so intense. The opening gambit pays off for Boston Breaches. They find themselves with the opening.
Look at Kenny.
The Shotzi from the top rope. That is something you can
Who
see
killed
all year.
Purge? Is that
Yeah, and
bad?
just paying attention for those, the Codcaster does have a handful of bugs with it, so Kenny and Shotzi are going to be pretty difficult to keep track of in the kill feed, but yeah, you best believe when players flying off the top rope, Shotzi, the usual
He's
suspects.
dead for Optic. For Boston,
We'll
gonna
do our
capitalize.
very best to keep you guys filled in. As time once again remaining very much in the hands of the Optic boys off the rip. Purge, manning a screen, a man who's come under much criticism since he joined the league. What can he bring for us here in Black Ops 6? Over to P2 we go. Fun little hard point to play with here. Plenty ways in, plenty ways out. And so far, Optic seem to be in control. It's done. It's now it's Breach.
Yeah, Breach actually handled that incredibly well. It was the double underground route getting taken, but they sniffed it out. Now Purge is sniffing out all the pressure, uses the zip to get out of dodge, and Optic trying to swarm through the front, but for the moment, no open avenues of attack.
Nearly empty pockets. It's time to get in there, boys, to take care of them with nothing but direct eye contact. Ooh, Shotzzy, out he goes, causing problems.
Shotzzy
Over to Cali and Purge, still on the inside of the point. 30 to go.
He's shot by fucking
and there's the opening attack.
the boss
On the pinch. Oh, doesn't get a whole lot. Awakening and Snoopy find theirs. So there you go. Shotzzy, another bite at this one. Managing to catch one.
This Shotzzy.
For a third.
4 dead.
Yeah,
oh my god, 5 and 6.
Shotzzy in the kill feed, so that's a Shotzzy 3-piece and easy back. Best of luck this year, buddy. This is going to be ridiculous because also Cammy is Purge in the kill feed, and then your mystery player for the Optic side of things, well, that is going to be your hidden Kenny player. So have fun keeping track of that.
We're just going to make it up. I'm just going to make up the stats this year, folks. There's another big old plot twist. Plot twist, once again, though, is Boston with a solid lead. Now starting to evaporate away, starting to boil things alive here in the kitchen. And it's your boy Fred behind the counter, serving up a couple of shots. He's dashing in the kill feed as well. Snoopy is awakening, and oh, what a day it's going to be.
Dude, I love this position from Kenny as well. Gets one before he falls, but you see he just has complete access to everything on the map for his teammates except for the front, and that position makes his teammates' job so much easier. And now you're able to push the pace. Optic weren't working for the flip, but the second that opening is there, Shotzzy floods through and at least gets his team that spawn. If
I'm so confused right now.
Want this scrap time, going to be a big 20 seconds to tie this game up.
Off to the kitchen we go to bed. Not for a nap for the next hard point. Big weight brought down. Dashi on the approach. Still plenty of members of Boston Breach here to deal with. Here comes Optic from upstairs. Nice work there from Pred. Trying to find these players on the backside of the hard point. That's it. Cleaned up. No problems here. As Boston have got a bit of an approach now. The attack towards the new hard point is going to be difficult. The spawns, there we go. All good for Optic there. They're on the right-hand side.
Yeah, they're just getting decimated, though. Now you got Dashi over by the hot tub, Fred in position as well. And where he's going to fall. Dashi can't pick him up. It's Killer Cam from the top rope there, able to take both of them down. And now it's up to the back line. Make sure you get the reinforcements in. So Boston, they push through the setup, and then they get to the front door, and it gets slammed in their face. A perfect hold so far for Optic Texas.
Ideal. Lead starting to grow. Next attack here from Boston Breach. Snoopy, what have you got? A little bit of back and forth. Dodges nades. Doesn't get a whole lot. Kenny there, the man to bring him down. Awakening next up to the plate. Will it be a swing or a miss? It looks like Dashi, he and the boys come on through. Clean house. And there again, Optic Texas, a magnificent bit of work in the showers.
Yeah, perfectly executed. I mean, not quite the perfect full 60 because there was maybe a second to contest time, but utterly flawless in that moment. And that's going to build themselves a nice little cushion. So now you can play a little bit at a slower pace, but the Shotzzy attempts to make the move. Every single player on Optic falls, and it's looking like P1 might be the biggest buffoon right now the Boston has.
It's the saving grace. They're back in it. Dossie trying to find the break alone. Does just that. Cleans up the trophy as well. Here comes the nade. Semtex, perfect spot to be in. Can he find any more? No, nice work there on the approach from Boston. A little bit of back and forth here on P1. Still plenty of time to go as Boston still fighting firmly in this hard point on Skyline.
That is timed perfectly. You get Kenny picking up the first 2 kills in the feed. That's just Pred's time to get active, and he doesn't get traded in the back, but you have, well, Shotzzy in the feed there to pick up the kill that Pred ended up dropping. So Optic, hey, might have gotten picked apart just a little bit on P1, but they convert the scrap time and the rotation win into P2. I mean, a couple little moments where Optic looking flawless on Skyline.
They didn't give up spawns once in that entire set of play. Damn, son! Shots here with a 2-5 spree right now. It was Kenny in the feed, but it's lies. Here comes another as Shotzzy continues to be a problem for Boston. P2 now open for business, and Optic are putting in the work.
Yeah, it makes sense. Shotzzy is basically the sleeper agent, but if the gameplay is perfect, now we get it here.
Oh my god, Shotzzy. Shotzzy. 9 straight. Oh, 10. Oh my god. Shotzzy went 10 straight.
Alright, yeah, go right. I have my zip. Focus right. What's your front door?
That's good.
Top hall, Cammy. Top hall, one guy got through right. He's under point steps. Further. That's white. I'm looking at it. He's not telling me white. 100% white. White awakening, one shot.
Oh, big weight. Do something.
There's two out old. Wait in. You. What's in the top? What's in the top? He's gonna be top mid. He's gonna be top mid. I need one. Shot on you.
Come on, big weight.
Help it on you. Help it on you. Two, both of you. Where they go?
What is big weight?
Alright, that's that time. Cammy. I'm going down on me, Cammy. This is good.
On top, Snoopy, laying down.
Alright, just live. You're really weak. Front bed.
He's back.
Where's the top? Give me that. I said top. I'm firing top. Fire this top. Fire. You lay him out of this. Fire. Nice. You. Good shit, bro. Where's it up? I can get you right in. Nice. Oh, yeah. Hold. He's enter. Watch your out, AJ. I got it. You're good. Watch out, AJ. You're good. Go. Shoot me one shot. Nice. Alright, never you. Go close cars. Go. Lead that guy, bro.
I'll hold up. I'll just care.
Alright. Almost.
Oh, they spawned out. Optic boss is spawned out. It's over.
I can open it. From back, by the way. I'm with you. Wake up if you want. Give me 1 HP. There's two back bed. I got one there. I got her. Cammy, you go to Tom. Waking a little bit.
I'm with you.
You might try. He's made Tom. He's hiding Tom, I think, a little bit. I'm playing inside. Sure. Two going short. I have it front of you. Average small. I'm on short. One guy catch 1 HP. Cammy. Get my short. One speed left. Cammy.
Shots 31
from
16.
Optic Texas patience with her.
He's about to be double positive. He's double positive.
And again, Shotzzy really fully streaked out. He has that Hellstorm to play with later.
Yeah, I mean, we've already watched one undeniable streak coming out for him, so he's building the montage resume straight from the jump. Absolutely no time wasted, but on this hill, Pred going to be there to pick you apart. Boston actually had to bully their way through to get the rotation, and well, they get bullied back. Final 20 seconds if Optic secure this. I mean, it'd be a cakewalk for them.
I mean, this is like the easiest match Optic can do. That Vegas on boss are the two easiest matches you can get.
Of this bathroom.
With the thieves, you got
awkward spawn situation right now. Wonder if Optic
Cloud9 tomorrow.
Again, Breach will be behind them for now.
FaZe
It's still number
on
5
Sunday.
on the far left-hand side. Shotzzy.
I think they got the hardest.
Don't worry about it. I'm going to make it rain. And here comes a big hit. A lot of information passed out. Couple of missiles. I mean, look, it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. He gets at least one member of Boston, but for now, it's not a problem. Shotzzy from down low. Boston with the top side of the map covered.
Oh, now we get to flank. Yeah, sorry, Purge. Welcome to the respawn game again. And I mean, just like that, Optic full control of the map, full control of time. You even get Kenny blocking spawns, and he'll be in a power position to help you out. This might just be game.
Yeah, here we go. Right into the Semtex of Shotzzy. Awakening, done. Toast, cooked. Game, set. At least map 1.
This kill feed's horrible.
This has been an absolute run from Optic Texas. Sprees across the board. It's all 4. As these boys have come out
swinging. Do this.
Chance victory in the EWC has not cost them net strength whatsoever. Game in, yeah, Reddy's trying to close out now.
Man, this is just a map where you feel the pain and feel the pressure. Getting it done on P1. Optic setting the absolute tone. And everything you wanted to see from this squad, well, you got it. And then some Shotzzy again.
Boston put up a fight. That was actually a pretty good fight from Boston.
Incredible pace they were able to set.
And kind of got shit on in the beginning.
As well.
End of
Texas certainly coming to play. Boston Breach. A slight deflated look across the bottom side of the screen, but things go that way on Skyline sometimes. You know what we're talking about, right?
WR
is brutal. 1-0. Boston Breach will have a chance to bounce back in the search and destroy, which again could be a lot of fun, could be a crazy turnaround for things here, but for Breach, not an easy thing to go up against the reigning world champs. It never is.
The Optic that with what
the reigning champs were able to do especially well with transition this hill into the next one. You saw on the mini map it was already
Shotzzy won 10 feet. I mean,
for the P4, and that is the
what else can he not do?
Optic did that perfectly. Both goes around, so this map can be incredibly mixy, but I mean, this was Optic map's pick.
So what the fuck? Boston being terrible. It never happened.
Control and I mean, you know, very reminiscent of Bocage or the old cage we had in Vanguard. Very excited to see what team comes out and sort of takes the crown, because I mean, Optic obviously making their presence now.
Oh yeah. Great looks though across these highlights. Again, a lot of love for the Optic Texas boys. They certainly started to run away with things. Once they got going, once they got hot, they just could not be slowed down, could not be stopped. Snoopy again, one of the players we have a big old magnifying glass on coming into this matchup. Not really as effective as you'd hope them to be there for Boston, but plenty of time. But roll things forward again, we're going to be playing a game Search and Destroy straight after this
Basically, it's the Dynasty versus Bombers.
A little bit of a slip there from Miles. God, it would be great though, wouldn't it? Massive work from Pred again on these breaks. Optic was at the rotations, was super solid from 2 to 1. Super solid on the breaks. Everything looked good, except for the Hellstorm.
Well, the only problem with the Hellstorm was his teammates got the kills, so they just happened to be the ones left alive for the fodder, as it were, for the Hellstorm. But either way, clean, efficient work. Shotzzy absolutely in his happy place. An absolute competitor on the map, and if he's having fun like that, it means pain and misery on the flip side again. Skyline, as fast-paced as it is, and you get beat down like that, you just feel the heat.
Oh yeah, once they broke away, you can see that after that P3, Optic never looked back. A solid race from them all the way to that 250 mark, 136, the final score there for
and Boston plateaued.
Commiserations, but hey, we move onwards now again to that rewind S&D for map 2, Vault
Optic
Control for map 3, which should be a lot of fun. And then, if we have to go the distance, red card. First time we're going to be seeing that played in the league, and maybe the last if the vetoes go their way. Optic Chance wanted nothing to do with protocol. I saw Nameless tweeting JP about that as well. Yeah, didn't want anything to do with that.
Did Nameless say something?
Fair enough. It's also worth mentioning, by the way, Red Card might be the most misunderstood map we have in the CDL. I know you and the community are probably on the same sentiment of like haven't seen it super often. I've only been able to play it once in ranked play.
That's not.
It might be more of a bocage map than Skyline is. Like every single hill on that map is an absolute bang out. The rate of engagements you have can be insane.
Okay.
So if Boston are able to win at least one map in this series, we'll get to see it and see if my point can be proven. But obviously, a long way to go before we get there. Rewind S&D for map number 2. If you guys paid attention to the first series as well, we saw a bit of the meta coming out as well, but there's a look at everything we have. Hacienda going to be added after week 2 is completed of the CDL, so here's what we're working with for the next few weeks.
Yeah, again, Protocol and Vault, the only maps to be featured in all 3 game modes. Otherwise, a little bit of red card love for S&D and Control. I'm stoked,
Nameless.
I'm excited. Can we do it for science, Boston? Can we win a map at the very least? Or can Optic throw for science? We'd love to know.
Yes.
We as fans want to see it. But we won't be seeing that. We're going to rewind for the S&D, where, again, an absolute bang out. We saw that game 5.
We got fist bumps.
The previous series, and Joe Clint obviously thoroughly enjoying that one. Clint looks good. Proud of Clint. He looks damn good. Looks Joe trim. We'll see who's going to be as trim as Clint in this matchup. Fast-paced map. Here on that A-bomb site, it is a mix fest. It's a blowout, and there are more brands than I can name. Oh, what do you know? It's Scuff at the drive-thru. Nice. Good job, team. That was great.
And speaking of Maven, he's old enough that he used to be a regular at these kinds of stores all the time.
Damn.
Back in the 90s. Very familiar.
I admittedly, I was also.
Well said. Yeah, no, it was great.
We can say it. We can say, so they're dead and gone, right? Sure, we can say it. A relic of the past here in the world, and very much so in this map as well. Folks who don't know what beepers are, I mean, the kids, there's a lot of learning to do here. We're going to be learning as the nades are bumping on the approach over towards the bomb site. And whoa, what do you know? Opening gambit here from the boys. Solid work out of Breach to manage to push forward, but you do lose
cast the fix.
Yeah, and Shotzzy is.
Oh my god, are you brain awakening? What happened?
Out, but him and Dashy is serving up all
a
the
1v1. Kenny versus Cammy.
Cammy, who is indeed
Cammy, holy crap.
Bang. He's gonna get it. Kenny interested in the chow. Cammy interested in the round 1 win.
That was, again, an exciting round. A blowout that didn't necessarily happen where I thought it was going to go down, and then a 1v1 Cammy versus Kenny. Great looks. One thing we haven't really touched on too much, but I'm sure the COD world is thinking about it. Cammy back on a Treyarch title. Is it too early to call it?
Kenny killed Kenny, guys.
Here we go.
How?
He certainly had more fun in Cold War than Kenny did, so maybe that's how the tides will turn. But I mean, Dasha did a great job, sort of backing the whole team down, but really just a trade fest. So Optic, I mean, maybe continuing that Skyline pace into the S&D as well.
A little slower this round. Haven't quite hit fast forward yet.
Optic is being really weird. Oh,
I mean, Snoopy.
I bet Snoopy didn't mean to do that.
Here. Awakening is going to be the man under the amount of pressure here. Shotzzy on the little crossover. Snoopy does manage to get involved on the back line in a big way. Brought to his knees. Cammy on the pinch. Immediately
oh my god.
Fight. Fresh magazine. Snoopy
like I said, Optic, he can drop a hard
Kenny last man up in this 1v3. Surely he falls here.
Oh my god. Boston looks dominant.
Back-to-back round.
Oh, that's an absurd pace, too. Shotzzy, or excuse me, Snoopy. Hope I don't make that mistake again, but 0 time wasted straight through the middle of the map, ready to go on the flank, and his team just does a great job of slowing things down. Like, you know, big wake inside a courtyard might have just been a free kill, but by the time Optic actually take him down, they just lost every single ounce of map control that was available. So suffocating there from Breach, and I think think if I were them, maybe make an A-hit call, try to slow things down, see if you could pick someone up on the flank.
No, that's not what I want to do.
It's hard to control that pace, and one thing I like seeing out of Snoopy there, hit that door, waited a few moments. He played that timing great. Here we go, in towards the A side of the map. And it's not another blowout chance. We've got different looks here on Rewind.
Yeah, and I think Boston very much were ready for some fast flank to roll through, because again, Optic hit that in round 1 pretty quick, but good adjustments made on both sides, and 30 seconds burns, no kills just yet.
Here they come though. Oh no, but it's not the way you thought it was going to go. Trades either side. Shotzzy finds another, puts it all down a big way. 1v3. Demon Joe, what have you got? Stunned.
Not a lot of hope now.
No, rolling together. Wins is one, but not quite enough. Optic Texas stop the steamroll and get themselves on the board.
Yeah, interesting round as well. I like what I saw Shotzzy doing inside of generators, like gets inside but closes the door behind him. That way you sort of like, you know, you stave away some of that intel from the other team. You open the door, see they're closed, think you have a little bit of space. You only have to worry about Zig, but he's willing to do the high IQ things as well as the crazy movement. Shotzzy, unmistakably one of the smartest players in the game.
That boy's been on some trajectory since he started things going back in the MW 2019 season. On board with him now. Nades up, won't connect. A little bit of intel passed either way. Ooh, does catch a stun for his troubles. Here comes the 2-2 split from Boston Breach. They're going to run into trouble any second now. Those hedges are about to be full of bodies any second now. Come on, boys. We're on the edge of our seat. Snoopy pops top. Cammy's there as well. Trades are in. And it is a non-stop bit of a battle here on the bomb site.
Okay.
On the other side of the map.
Most clutch player of 2024, Miles. Let's see what he has in the 1v2.
Hello?
He got something. Playing that a little bit slowly. Comes awakening.
Hello?
What's that?
I'm watching COD.
Oh, check it out.
What?
Do you want me to leave?
Well, are you gonna play?
Yeah, I'm playing right
I
now.
can play.
I had to get a new Xbox.
What happened?
I don't know. I just brought it in and it was doing the same thing and they were like, we've never seen this, so they gave me a new one. And I had to reinstall everything yesterday, that's why I couldn't play yesterday.
I figured you need a new Xbox. That sounds like it's the new version of Red Ring and Death. Like everything just fucks up.
Well, my first Xbox 360, I got the Ring of Death and it was pretty much the same thing.
Damn. I'm streaming on YouTube right now. I'm doing a watch party. I've been streaming for 3 hours.
Yeah. I didn't even get a notification you went live.
I was on YouTube, that's why.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're not allowed to stream the watch party. You're not allowed to stream the Cdl on Twitch, I guess. Stupid.
That's dumb.
But I am watching Optic right now, so...
That's dumb. I'm just kidding.
Are you playing only for 3 hours? Or like an hour or two?
I'm playing for a little bit. Peyton said he's gonna get on too. He might.
Alright,
You can keep playing that though. I'm just gonna try leveling up and getting some wins.
Yeah, you can do that. You can stay on the party if you want. I'll just be talking shit. If you want to leave, you can. It's up to you.
Comes Dashy to help out. Great work from Optic. They don't overcommit, and they managed to make it a 3v3.
I was watching Shots. He went off for 10 on a high point. 10 straight, dude.
Nades are in there for shots. He spots that Awakening. Might have to take the fight. Yeah, he does. Awakening in trouble. Awakening down. Snoopy with a bomb still in hand. He's on the run. Last man. Might be able to get the plant. But this is a different...
Yeah, you reinstalled. You have to do... We use everything.
What was that SMG?
Exactly. Oh no, the PP919.
That bomb gonna get defused.
Yeah.
Checks it. He does. Gets away
Come
with
on,
his life.
Snoopy.
30 seconds to continue the dance.
This guy's name's great, about Snoopy versus Sachi.
Oh, that's cool. I just clicked on it and it gave me my old class I had.
Oh
yeah, that's new. It's fantastic.
Shotzzy. 20 seconds to get the defuse.
4.
There's 4 million places where he could be. You may as well hop it, or here comes the corner.
Oh, come on, Snoopy.
They're either side of one another. 10 seconds, and I don't believe it.
Snoopy, get away.
You have
no, don't do it!
What a round for Boston.
Dumbass.
Redemption for the kid, Miles. Redemption for the kid.
Oh, that's a
Toss
good play,
the
actually.
2v1 he had against Dashy, makes up for it with the 1v2 for the momentum, and that is perfectly timing as well. I mean, Pred maybe, I don't know, a half a second, 3/4 of a second off of getting the defuse, and I mean, he's just able to catch shots. He just takes a quick little reposition back to where he came from, and the bait ends up being perfect. Shots might get the kill in the end, but Snoopy there to crush that momentum.
What, you have like
Beautiful
36
stuff.
wins or
There's
something?
a lot of players and a lot of fans as well worried about that. Hello. Okay, Demon Joseph. Oh, okie dokie.
38.
Anyone an Optic gonna get one? Yeah, Pred. Good luck, mate. He's going down swinging though.
So, how does your job work when it's snowing? Do you still work, or is it like you're not working?
You still work.
I was asking. I know you're like a bit of. I know you're like in the oh my god, I can't say it. You're an electrician.
Yeah, I got it.
So I was wondering because it's wet. So I was wondering.
Middle of the map, and
Yeah, still the same thing.
that's exactly what happens there.
I
So I
didn't know if
spent
you
a
like.
quarter.
So I'm gonna have to dig a little
You
bit
got like
deeper into that strat book. We'll see
not
what
the
we can
day
put
off, but
together
you
on
don't
my
work
watch.
until it stops snowing or something.
I'm enjoying this section.
No, I spent a quarter of my paycheck on lotto tickets today,
I am loving it.
Good job.
You take that and shove it. Of that nay too.
and I only won back half of it.
There you go. Snoopy.
So I spent 300 and won like 150.
There you go. Great. Now you gamble.
And that is just everybody.
Oh, this weekend, supposed to be getting a big payday from DraftKings.
By the way, congrats on your Facebook post. I can't see it because we're not friends on Facebook, and yeah.
Why aren't we friends?
You unfriended me.
You sort of have different looks in every single direction, different pre-nade spots.
I don't think I did.
Well, something happened. I'm guessing you blocked me on Messenger and deleted me.
I'm gonna have to check after this. I'm lagging, Jesus Christ.
Because I can't see your post. My sister had to tell me about it. And I
I
don't know if you want me to friend you again. I don't know.
For science.
Okay.
For the fans. For the Emperor. Cammy delivers. Pred now trying to catch out anything. Not an errant Boston member to be found. They've flooded to the inside of the store. Bomb site now crawling with them.
Yeah, I'm fucked out.
The hopes of the map on Shotzi and Dash.
Holy guys, Boston is cooking in the search.
So much attention, and I was gonna say an opportunity for Dashy to find a kill, but those Boston players crawling
Optic
near
looks
each other.
ass.
There for the trades.
I think my team won't be ass.
But
Hopefully.
Chauncey is able to get this bomb down. A tough round of clutch, but he can get it done.
He can get it done. He's got to move a little quicker than this. Oh, he's managed to escape. Purge goes for the immediate defuse. And Shotzi now.
Shotzi, what are you doing, you moron?
Senses tingle. The answer is nay. Wait. That's map, folks. Not enough. Boston breach. Tie up the series there in the search and destroy and guarantee us a red card. A tough one there for Optic Chancers. Too many rounds where they just had nothing on the Boston boys.
Yeah, one good clutch from Dashy, and outside of that, utterly stuffed. And we don't have listenings for S&D rather, but if I know Purge, I know his comms are amongst the best in the league, and I imagine he was given great directional calls throughout that rewind, especially for the hop towards the end. I mean, the amount of times that Boston are just bouncing back and forth, flooding together as a unit. You need a good commander in those moments, and I assume Purge delivers, but we've delivered ourselves to at least a map 4, so very excited to see a red card hard point, but obviously vault control we have to deal with.
Oh, they added a new map, no, you can see me. I thought you They added a new map, by the way.
Those 8 captures were happening quick, Miles.
Playing Newtown Christmas one right now.
Oh, they added a Hacienda from Black Ops 4.
I don't know that.
It's a better map than half the maps in the game. Actually, more like I would go like 85% of the maps. The only good map I could think of is Vault.
Yeah, this thing's cool.
New things. Love to see it. We got Ant back
Lagging.
here. Conclusions to draw. Ant, first, let's talk about the big picture. Coming in, Optics expected to be the favorites, world champions. Were you guys expecting a 3-0?
I'll be honest. I was expecting 3-0, especially when you talk about Boston. The coaches poll came out and they're at the bottom of it. You know, people are saying they're just not going to be good. And, you know, Optic come out that map 1 looks like everything's going to go great. And then obviously map 2.
I'm frying right now.
Could have been a little bit.
I have to disagree just a little bit, just because Optic Texas tend to do this at the beginning of the season, where they go up against a team where you're like, they're gonna bop them probably. You know, they're just coming off of a great season, they have a great lineup, and then they have a few blunders like this. So the fact that Boston Breach took that map too is a
Damn, I slid right into him.
2 matches were guaranteed.
I'll be right back.
9 maps. I'm a happy pucky. Let's jump into map number 1 though. Optic
I'll be back,
takes
chat.
care of business in the hard point. Ant, walk me through it.
Yeah, so let's jump into drawing conclusions, and let's talk about Optic Texas here on that Skyline. An excellent P2 rotation. We're going to roll this clip here. You're going to see Shotzi. I mean, this guy's absolutely insane. Finds 2 kills, and he's going to rotate towards the back of time. He loses this guy up top, so he knows they have to clean him up at some point. But as it stands right now, currently, Optic have the spawn. So what you're going to see here is Pred pushes up, dies. So then Shotzi is going to get up top here, and he's going to find 2 players right here, kill them back to back, right? And then what happens is he knows his teammates are spawning out. So we're going to pull up the map here in big zoom, and we're going to talk about this. So all his teammates are spawning over here, and he knows that there's players that are located somewhere around him, but he knows that there's only 2 because he just got 2 kills. So he's going to reposition and find a kill here on the back stairs. And what that allows is his teammates to get pushed up closer to time, clean up the last player, and then Shotzi's like a bull in a china shop. He can just go absolutely insane and pick up the rest of the kills to find the streak. So as you're watching it right here, Shotzi's currently blocking. His teammates have just caught up to him, and he's just finding kill after kill once they get set up. Shotzi's an absolute madman when he gets up top here with the SMG.
And there's 2 really big points there as well, and during this clip, is when Shotzi gets that first kill, and then he goes and doesn't chase for it, right? He backs up and plays his life, because he's like, I'm not going to run into somebody's pre-fire. And as you pointed out, his teammates coming in from the front, because of Shotzi's presence right there, they're too worried about him. They're like, we are still missing a player, and Shotzi being the player we're missing is not how we want to
a couple days ago, I recorded 2 YouTube videos,
and they get the time in the win.
and I played prop hunt, and I made a mistake of playing a game, and that's all I want to play.
Let's take a look and see what happens.
Especially Fortnite prop hunt.
Fortnite prop hunt?
Yep.
So me as well, especially play.
I mean, yeah, he calls in the streak, and then I think he was just a little like gun happy here, just sprays it everywhere, doesn't care who gets hit by it, finds 2 of his teammates, but in the end, he ends up taking out Purge. And you can see Bruce is sitting there like, what the hell?
I had the nastiest fucking slide ever.
Yeah, dude. You can get good ones. What's also cool is you can do a slide and stop the slide and jump backwards. I don't know what we called. You slide, stop, jump backwards, and it's like you.
That we got to see 2 different versions of it, because our first
Look
series
cool,
in Rewind
I guess.
was very strategic. The offense, as we saw Minnesota Rocker, tend to slow it down, kind
I'm
of
hungry.
force the LA Gorilla mates to overchow, give some information.
I just had some food like an hour ago.
In this series,
It's good food.
it was just headbutting in courtyard.
Hey, I leveled to level 43.
Who could get the first pick and who could clutch in the 1v1s and 1v2s.
2 games in the
Gabe's played a little bit more than you, and you're about, yeah, you might be over his level. But also, he plays zombies, and there's a new zombies map, and it looks fun, and I want to play it, but no one else wants to play it. And I don't like playing zombies solo, because it sucks.
Everyone's got such good intro videos.
By the way, there is a chance Gabe can join the call. Just letting you know.
Okay.
He doesn't play Call of Duty. He just wants to play Prop Hunt. And Prop Hunt is fun, but I need to get mad at Call of Duty to play Prop Hunt.
shouted out the burger thing is gonna get memed like absolute crazy as well. So excited to see community reactions to that. It's gonna be great. No AI songs this time, but yeah. Vault, another interesting look. Ali mentioned how we've seen like 2 different shades of a rewind S&D. I think we might also get 2 different shades of a Vault control as well, because on the offensive side of things, you really have 2 options. Either sort of get that 4-man wipe to capture points, or you send a mercenary in and just go for the spawn kills. So I don't know if I'm thinking on the side of like Optic, you had like a Pred on an Outback or a Fortress like control. He was the guy. If he gets behind enemy lines, his absolute wheelhouse to cause destruction. So I think Pred will be the player I have my eye on to see if he ever gets past that 50.
Oh, hello, Matt.
That's a fun sort of style point, you know, harkening
Where is
back
it?
to the MW2 days.
The one with the hanger in the middle of it.
Outback Fortress running around
yeah.
cannons, running around top at the back, rails. Ooh, scary stuff. I'll never forget the sound, the pitter-patter of footsteps on those wooden floorboards. Nightmarish stuff. See what happens here, though, on Vault. Cammy's grooving and shaking over there. Awakening had his moments. Snoopy, great looks in the S&D. Can they keep things rolling into the control? We're guaranteed at least a hard point.
So I have Call of Duty pick'ems right now, and it's like picking the team to win. And right now, I picked the first match correctly, and right now I have the second match correct.
Much better than that chance. It's a little slow.
There's 4, and I need to get them all correct. And there's like a global leaderboard.
What's she win?
It's gonna be like it's gonna be at the end of the major, so I'm gonna find out by early February. But I have to get all picks correct. And there's 1, 4, 8, 12 matches this weekend.
Yeah, I'm playing fucking bot.
It's crazy because the games start at 3 p.m. and end at 7:30, and then the last one starts at first game is at 3, last one's at 7:30. Like it's like an hour and a half per map. If it's a good team, good teams.
This is going to be a fun Vault control. Let's see how things go. You know what? I'm really glad. Just a weird thing here that pool's got no water in it. I'm real glad about that.
Yeah. Whoa.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, folks? Let's get it. There's a water truck there, though, admittedly. That could have been tough. Here we go, straight into the opening gambit, and it's Kenny. And it's actually Kenny who does get those first bloods. The player names are all in the right places this time around. Persia can find out something here on the side flank. Dashy's Lion cut to pieces, and now you've got an opening to get on a B.
Yeah, and this is a nice look as well. You can consistently flood this. You can even run through the middle of the map if you want to. And Purge, nice moves there on Kenny. He does get cleaned up and
no shot.
Solo capture right now on this B zone. So right now for Boston, yeah, pressure on different points. Gonna be playing for the kills.
Yeah, love this. So they managed to maintain that presence towards the front side of B. And Awakening managed to get 2 before being brought down. Cammy still alive. Oh, he finds his. And now the zone still being captured. And there's the coverage from Purge, who is on a
Dude, I did not get a fucking kill.
Second segment of B, long gone.
Is Optic ass?
This is just opening break after opening break is just deciding these rounds for the offensive teams. That is insanely clean work out of break.
Oh, Snoopy.
Basically a solo capture the entire time, so they've been able to strip away 11 lives from Optic, and they have 2 minutes to work with. Boston are setting pace.
Yeah, Boston setting fantastic pace. Snoopy's spree sadly comes to a close there, but he had dealt the damage. Burge now looking for his entry on towards the A zone. A couple of ways in. Plenty of Optic players all around. There's a red dot to chase. Chased. Can't get any more out of it, though. Front side of the A zone, all safe and sound. Whoa! As an awkward gunfight comes to a close. A single life differential right now with the Boston Breach with a slight lead, as they are desperately trying to get in towards A still.
Right now, the Optic are just sort of hoping that they can hold this sort of front line, and that might not last. Shotzzy able to give you 1, but 2 more players to deal with. And if he falls, things could have got out of control, but at least he takes 2 to the grave with him. Might be a little bit of pressure for Optic to push forward. You can see Boston, for the moment, happy for the solo capture.
And this is huge again. Pred, he's got options. He managed to slip past Purge on the front line now. Awakening, he's waiting for the hop-up. No one's going to be here just yet. A first segment. No, doesn't get cleaned up. So now you've got a bit of pressure to work with. Pred still on the run. Is this the apparition of Albagra Fortress once again, looking for the perfect kill, not firing his weapon as well? It's lovely discipline from Pred. Well, Boston Breach still get the capture.
Boston Breach are also like sort of playing TDM again, leaving one guy on the point. It buys you time to work with, but the life advantage that they had is now gone off the back of Dashy. 8 kills in 1 round already.
No shot.
Yeah, Big Bruce comes out swinging. Shotzi with the control of the stairwell again. That long cat. An important position here on the map.
Oh, no.
Red and Shotzi finding their respective kills. The final 5 lives of Boston Breach in the opening round.
Dude, what in the world?
Awakening paints Shotzi like one of his French girls. 5 still to 9 in the life count. Oh, last lives now for Boston. And Snoopy, a freebie there for Pred. Oh, gets another one. 30 to go, and Optic, they've cleaned this round up.
And that's a Titanic bounce back. You hate when you screw the joke up. In the second half,
Yeah, I like David, but of course he gets on. Like, damn.
Unquestionably the more difficult one to capture. They had 2 minutes to work with, and not just
this weekend would have been different. I'll probably end stream a little bit early. I just want to see this Optic match and the Falcons match. I'll watch the Falcons match on my same mod or something. But tomorrow I'll probably be live the whole time because he won't be on.
Not able to deliver, so objective not as kind to them, and Optic very happy for that round 1.
I'm streaming on YouTube.
Happy indeed.
And it's very confusing to start a stream on YouTube. Holy.
There from the attacks.
Because I have to make a broadcast, I have to put a fucking thumbnail, then I have to put a title, I have to put a description, then I have to start streaming, I have to shut the broadcast and stream. Dude, on Twitch, I can just start streaming. Like,
how well will you attack?
Well, you see no trophies getting thrown, so you can't take that middle route. So they're going to dominate the hallways and send their SMGs on the full flank. So they're maybe trying to set up these spawn trap opportunities sooner rather than later.
It's got fucking railed.
That's a tough fight.
I love getting
railed.
Pause.
A bit of work done here now.
No, Dizzy.
His teammates are here to back him up, but the problem is so is Purge. There you go. Dashy brings him down. Buys a bit of
I hate when the fucking hangers are open, dude.
to cause the last bullet, last bit of damage to end.
You know there's buttons on the wall that you can close them? Well, on the outside.
The answer is not just yet. Snoopy's on the hunt.
Yeah, and Optic have to reposition as well. Their opening break was quite literally to get Pred behind enemy lines, and he had a life where he was alive for 30 seconds, and he just died once, didn't get a single
You think
kill.
C4 is such a bitch when it was
Painful to not set these things up, but I mean, all's well that ends well, and you still have Optic in and around this A zone. So Boston on vault control, not too much of a pressured team, but they're getting at least most of the kills. So Optic's still gonna have to fight tooth and nail.
Great work out, Kenny, not just to stay alive, but also to keep the catch going. Kenny, lordy, that's a 13 and 9, no EKIA. He's absolutely putting in the work, and here comes the 2-man stack. The capture should be complete at A. 1 minute 43 to attack B with.
And Boston just handling this a little bit slow, but you see their idea is to force the spawn outs as well. Awakening pushing up in that gold section of the map. He's forcing the spawns over towards P2, but on the flip side, Shotzi making moves as well. Spotted on the cross, but as we already know, an impossible player to root out.
Yeah, this is it. Shotzi's in. And now it's Pred. One side of the attack, Shotzi on the other. Look how tough it is to manage the spawn situation. How do you fight out of this, Boston? Now Shotzi's got both weapons. Oh, that's a problem.
And on the flip side, Optic have just been looking everywhere for Purge. You had Shotzi just slowing 3 players down, but Purge has never made a move, and well, Shotzi is making moves. He's just waiting for his teammates to win some of these gunfights. He's on a 5 spree, but his team gets wiped off the board. So Purge and Boston handling this pressure incredibly well. And then, yeah, Shotzi just shot in the back. Optic cannot find the play.
I say like 7 headshots, but you know, that's normal.
You've got 45 seconds
of course it is, you know.
Not a huge amount of lives to work with here, Boston.
I could probably take like 5 of them.
Zone still, so
IOL.
Yeah.
Tighten your belts. Try not to let any more of these lives slip away. Find a corner, any corner, get a little bit creddy, and start to peel back the life count. 10 to 8, less than 30 to go.
Yeah, this is diabolical. I mean, Cammy's just so tucked far and away in her spawn that, I mean, he's just calling out to his teammates. They're all spawning P2. They can only flood through the right side of the map. And, yep, Snoopy at least directionally knows exactly where to look. A couple players there from Optic to take him down, but 12 seconds left. You got to flood towards this B zone, and you might just be flooding into a firing squad. Good luck with that one.
There you go, Purge. Oh, you had to win that fight, though. That was an important one. Snoopy's there to pick it up. Final few seconds, and that is that, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's that. There we go. 1-1. As Boston, they find their form a little late into the round, but...
No, I want to play, and I'm just waiting for this match to be over, and Optic is just throwing.
This map's hard. This is a hard map to play, man.
Yeah, I would love to hear the Optic comms in that moment where like Shotzi's on the 5 spree in the back. He had like 2 players trapped over towards P4. The other guy at the back doors. It was quite literally Purge, the last one missing. And I think he was like underground in the vault or secret, whatever you want to call it. And I think Optic were just struggling to sort of find that final player. And all the time that Shotzi was able to buy just ends up null and void.
Big old spree here for Cameron McGilligan. Can he get himself that Hellstorm? The answer is probably not. It's a score streaks here, folks. You need the points. Say, and that's the end of the run. Pred puts it to bed. The Snoopy there to once again keep rolling things forward. Puts Pred down.
Are you serious?
And B at the same time. So
We're destroying these guys right now.
Haley Steinfeld asked Josh Allen questions for image. What?
I don't know what that is.
Constantly.
Josh Allen's fiance.
Taken off spawn, but so far Optic handles it. Clear out the pressure on B. Try to swarm on Cammy over towards A, and Shotzi gives you 2. You get the wipe. He gives you 3, and you're back in your spawn. Yeah, right back.
Let's go.
Bad news. Good news. Snoopy's here, and he is not having.
I'm just got 40 wins.
Actually, the big cross cut.
You got 2.
He's there for it, and here we go.
Yep.
10 more, David.
Snoopy in the fight. Oh, we've got a bit of a curse.
10 more till you play the hacker-infested game.
There's not many to be had, and they've managed to get the first segment on A, and they are flowing through the next.
Shotzi with the left hooked, and then you got the uppercut from Snoopy as the response, and you got to hit the gas on this flank. That A zone, maybe they don't even want to defend it. Shotzi's effectively taking positioning, maybe playing for the late spawns. Or maybe the contest with a split second left, no, it ends up falling, as does every
Yo, Optic is... Please, no.
He's not actually forcing these spawn outs.
How is Optic losing to Boston?
He has no idea.
And that's it. Shot in the back. That's bad news. Big lively thing.
Just let you know, this Boston team had 2 wins all of last year. That's 2 wins in 9 months. They were ass. They were on a streak where they didn't win a map for like 14 straight maps.
From Boston nearby. Can they battle out their spawn? Here comes Pred. Hungry for kills.
And it's Shotzi that he's working with.
And now they're playing against a team that just won champs, and the team winning champs is losing. I don't know.
Might consistently be this bailout. He is still behind you, and that is always still a nightmare scenario.
Yeah, you get at least one head of this Hydra, but there's always another. Oh, now there we go. Takes Shotzi away. Kenny, nice work. Keeps Awakening pinned. You buying time. Purge to the point. Stops the clock. Here comes the counter. Purge caught out. Kenny, what a kill. Over to Awakening, still suppressed. No one able to get close to the zone.
And a wonderful job by the backline player, using the windows on the van to a T. And Awakening really just staying alive. His team is able to
this is a big dub.
right now, but really just
no,
strong and capturing Kenny's attention.
God damn it, Optic.
It works out. 4 lives remaining.
4 lives remaining, 15 seconds, a moment here. Can Purge get a kill now? Oh, Shotzi catches him sprinting over Snoopy. Can you do something magical? The answer is no. The young wizard Shotzi dispels that. The mana burn complete. 3 lives remaining. A quick stop of the clock. Wait a minute. Kenny's there for the save. And what a round of vault that was.
Oh, thank you, Optic.
Yes, this map before.
Loves those sort of like chow spots, like that van.
I've never seen this map before.
What's it called?
And nades, but he's there ready for the plays to be made, and even though Purge is eventually able to...
How you know what that map is called? It's on the front. It's on the fucking start of the game.
I wasn't on my phone.
What?
You know this. I wasn't paying attention. I was on my phone. You know this.
Oh yeah, you do it. Open the scoreboard and see.
Get up near that zone, so
is it snowy?
Final cap on the round.
It is.
And it's that left hook again.
Hideout, maybe? Is that what it's called? Yeah, hideout.
Is a treat, folks.
Is that a map?
Another round here for
yeah, I know that. That one's with all like the destroyed cards and shit. And the fake heist coins.
A little bit of B.
It's a very small map for 66. It's like a 4v4 map.
force out the spawns left. And look at those arrows on
Cracktail Mungo, Monkey-O.
Oh my god, Ant was an idiot. He's so
That's a fucking rail, no homo.
Whoa, he does what Shotzzy could not. He finds 2.
Okay.
Bit of an option.
Optic need to win this.
The A capture? Don't think so.
If Optic wins this map, I'm gonna go play card and then stream.
Well, yeah,
if they lose, I'm gonna play card and then stream.
Blocking the spawns, but while he's been doing that, Dashy's been going on a tear. So Brett eventually falls, not having that outbagger success, but his team delivers that A zone.
Oh, Cammy, what a clutch that was! He saves the zone! Oh my goodness! Dashy now trying to fight forward, but they've drained the progress. Right back to square one on the final segment. Optic looking for the entry. Cammy catches at least one out. That's good enough for now. Dashy playing it slow and steady. Takes down Purge on the sprint. Back in the zone.
Dashy's a machine. I mean, he goes on a 5 spree right back in A, and he's going to be the objective mastermind. And Snoopy off the map as well, but his team at least gets the kills. Finally, though, the A zone secured. A 4 life advantage right now. For
Wait.
Optic.
Yeah, 21.
I thought you didn't like painting.
Plenty of time. Optic.
I thought you didn't like painting.
Maybe not. On this wave of attack, Shotzzy cleaned up on the backline.
Oh!
So now it's all eyes.
How are we on top of me, no homo?
Awkward spot to be in again as Pred roaming towards that backside.
He has to play, so I said yeah. If he gets on, I'll play.
Kills on the far side of the map.
Well, Optic is actually kind of winning right now, so I'm playing anyways. That's the team.
Constantly, and he's gotten cleaned up every single time. Breach have done a wonderful job
I'll
handling
play with you.
SMGs in their spawn.
Okay.
Boston seeming to know, the timing on that attack. They've got some little bit of data to work with there in the right spots.
Gabe's in here.
That stun check certainly helps as well, but Snoopy
Gabe?
turn for it. Can't account for
Gabe?
Now Shotzzy, oh, he's still running.
Dude, there's like 400 extra chromosomes in here now.
Yeah, I hear you.
Do y'all want to play Propa?
No.
Huh?
They just can't get
No.
anything going. That is, I mean,
Why don't you want to play Propa?
Because I'm finna this game and go play Call of David.
We're gonna play Call of David too. Oh wait.
You can play COD Gabe, but
You're
you
playing
don't
Call
like
of
playing...
David? Is that what you said?
Playing COD. You can play COD, but you don't like playing COD.
I'm fucking shredding right now. I'm like a railer stale.
Yeah, but it's not like playing
What
ranked,
COD are
we're
you
playing
playing?
pubs. There's no sweat though. There can be a little bit of sweat in there.
We just play a little bit of Prop Hunt though before David gets off.
I'll play 1 or 2 games of Prop Hunt if you play multiplayer.
I'm loading up right now. I'm just gonna grab some.
I'm fucking holding this fort down right now.
On Optic is about to win. Oh wait, they need 1 tick on B. Can they get it?
I got 15 kills in a row and held this point the whole time.
Optic is throwing. They have 20 seconds to get 1 tick. What?
There you go.
Oh my god. Optic wins.
Number 7, Snoopy has got to
What?
somehow pull it out.
I'm Domino.
Oh my god.
You better be Domino.
What's happening? Oh yeah, okay.
What? Sorry. How far does it bend backwards? What did you say?
What?
No, it's okay.
Okay, chat. Bye.